But yeah, I think we're good to.
Good content, man. We lost it again.
No.
Oh, you were rolling.
Pak Pak Pakao. All right. So, welcome home, Raghu.
Hi, thank you.
I've had many musicians. You can let that be. I've had many musicians on the table.
Yes.
But the first time I'm having a scientist.
I wasn't a scientist. I was about on my way to become one.
So, you never finished your degree?
No, I did. I studied my master's. I did pretty well as a student.
So, technically, you're a scientist.
I got into the research line.
Right.
And I gave up after 6 months because it was not research in the real sense.
Okay.
So I quit the academic research thing and I got into a research institute as a research assistant.
Okay.
And from then I wanted to move out of Mysore first of all. I wanted to come to big bad Bangalore. Came here as a lecturer.
Really?
At Alumni College. Because I had just become very obsessive playing my guitar and singing, and everybody who I met in Mysore, at least absolute strangers, would say, there's something in you that you should explore. And at the same time, I also became friends with two metal musicians, Jeet and Bali. Unfortunately, both are not alive anymore. They convinced me to record a demo.
Okay.
So I went back to Mysore, broke my dad's FD, which was there, bought some 5,000 rupees in it. So I came and recorded these two songs that these guys put together, produced, programmed. I never knew there was programming till then. That was the first time I saw computer at work making music.
Right.
And while recording the demo at a studio, in between a lunch break, I was just strumming my guitar and singing a melody which Jeet heard, and he says, "Why aren't we recording this tune?" I said, "I don't have words for it." He said, "But it's the most beautiful tune you've ever heard, sung for me, so you better record this right now." I said, "I don't have the words." He said, "Write words." Till then, I used to be a singer in English.
Oh, okay.
So I was recording actually two songs in English.
In English, okay.
And he insisted that I write words there. I said, "But English words won't fit into this very folky tune." This is like a really rapid folky tune. He said, "So what? Write it in Kannada, write it in Hindi. Who's stopping you?"
Wow.
So I was forced to write, and I exhausted my entire Hindi vocabulary to write that one song. And it's one of our most popular songs, and it is still the set ender till today.
Yeah.
30 years since I wrote that song,
Right.
Mysore Se Aayi.
Yeah.
So that record, which was so poorly produced, didn't get me anywhere. But it had definitely started the fire in a bigger way. I think till then it was just a very serious hobby. But whoever heard that song from then on just kept asking.
For more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also kept asking me, myself, more to do that stuff. And so I stuck to the lecturer's job because it was just a part-time job.
Okay.
And it was just about enough to buy a meal a day. I still would go to college on my cycle, while students would come in cars and bikes. So that's really the journey. And then one of my friends who used to be my classmate from PUC onwards saw my miserable state. She said, "Hey," she used to work in a HR recruiting. There's this pharmaceutical company who's looking for your profile. Exactly, you fit into this role. Why don't you apply? I said, no, but it will not give me any time for music. So she knew I was being stupid, and Usha is her name, and we were such good buddies that she knew all my records in terms of marks from every year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she filled my application form and smartly put my uncle's address on it. So it went to my uncle's house, the invite for the interview. And my uncle, you know how elders are, they tear anybody's letters and see what is inside. There is no privacy. There is an interview, you better go.
Yeah.
So I borrowed his shirt and his tie and his shoes.
And this was in Bangalore.
This was in Bangalore. And I used to live in his house because I was a lecturer. I couldn't afford housing at that with that money I was getting. So I went and I got this job out of 80 people. I don't know why I got that job. I got it. So then onwards, just things started improving for me. Financially, it gave me a place where I could be on my own. And I moved to Coxtown.
Okay.
And that was the buzzing scene
yeah.
for musicians, and I could meet many musicians
Yeah.
around.
It still is actually. I think a
It
lot of
still is,
musicians
yes.
continue to live in Coxtown.
lot
Bangalore,
of
yeah.
musicians, North Bangalore.
Right.
Uh, Lots of amazing musicians live there. So yeah, so that kind of led to me jamming with more musicians, and then my word being like my name being spread around. And meanwhile, I had already started jamming with this musician from Mysore.
Okay.
Vidwan H.N. Mysore Bhaskar is his name now. He used to be just Bhaskar for me back
Right.
then. He was a Carnatic violinist, and his father is a very well-known Carnatic guru and a performer.
Okay.
So he and I would just jam for fun. And it was very exciting for me to do that, because I knew only like 4 chords. I still know only 5 chords now. But with those 4 chords, I could do it with so many melodies with him.
Yeah.
And most of the lines that we have for the violin today are still the ones
written by him?
composed by Bhaskar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of, I wanted that project to be the front, because it was a strong representation of who I was truly. I grew up in a very orthodox Tambram family.
Right.
And then
And you didn't play music when you were growing up?
not really play the Western music.
Okay.
I was forced into classical dance, in fact, which I eventually started loving it, and I continued for 18 years.
Right.
I did my Vidvat in Bharatanatyam, and I almost took dance as my profession, but I also stood first in my college. So my mom was like, "You've done this together so well. You're a great dancer, you're a great student.
Yeah.
So why give up one for the other?
Right.
So go into your PhD, which was on default available for me because I stood first, and continue dancing. Who is stopping you?"
Wow.
So I got into research because of that reason, but it failed to impress me to continue doing it.
Yeah.
And then the next big thing was, meanwhile, parallel to the music was like becoming more and more obsessive for me. So I moved to Bangalore, and then the rest is just meeting musicians. And then, so me and Bhaskar went up on National Law School's Strawberry Fields contest in '97.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. And we were just 2 people on stage. I still remember the girl who was from the organizing team of the college. When we walked on the stage, she was one of the organizers. So where's the rest of the band? And that was the audition round,
Right.
where you get filtered to the final round.
Yeah.
My audacity was to tell her that they'll come for the finals.
And then did they?
And we did, and we did what we did, and we got
to the finals.
selected to the final 6, and we still played as a duo.
Oh, wow.
And Roberto Narayan and Konak Reddy and Praveen were the judges. And that year was the first time I think lead guitarist award was scrapped in a rock competition and given to Bhaskar
Oh, really?
as the best instrumentalist, and I got the best vocalist award. That really, really made everything
it for you,
serious,
right? Yeah.
far more serious for me, and there was no looking back. And then I just did everything to help me support my ambition as a musician.
Yeah, I think Strawberry Fields has been an iconic platform for musicians, at least in Bangalore and around, right? Back in those days. And it's amazing that it's actually pushed you to take it more seriously as a career.
Yeah, because every musician at some point of time will look for that one validation which just pushes you beyond the tipping point. Till then, you're just self-doubting yourself, like, is this it or not? So that was one of my tipping points.
Okay.
The next tipping point was sending the same demo of me and Bhaskar playing for Radio City Live. And we won that contest.
Oh, amazing.
And that's when I put a band together
and
called Antaragni. And we played for the final show of, like, whoever won gets to play on a big live gig. So that was our first attempt at playing live with a band. That gig was watched by Vardhan sir, who owns DNA Networks.
Okay.
Who used to get all the big rock bands.
Right.
So a month later, I get a call saying, we were thinking of you to open for somebody really big name. I said, yeah, sure. But he said, but you'll have to play cover songs. And I said, no, I don't know how to do cover songs. I've never learned cover songs. I said, but if you're not doing cover songs, we can't give you this opportunity. I said, I'm completely cool with it. I just don't know cover songs.
Yeah.
Even if you ask me to learn in a couple of weeks, I will not be able to deliver. So I'm very grateful, but I can't do this.
Yeah. And this time you were already a full-time musician, or were you still?
No, I was still working with.
Okay.
I had already switched
a few
my
companies.
game. In between, a lot of things has happened. I've gone to Belgium, and my demo gets played on a radio station show. Well, before I digress into that, I will tell you this story part of the story.
Yeah.
So I I thought this is off. And then he just said, okay, can you at least open with one song? 2 songs, he said.
Yeah.
Open with 2 cover songs and then you can play the rest of your set. I said, I'll try. So only other Western song I knew full words and chords of was Hotel California.
Okay.
Okay. And one of my favorite songs, which I had not learned by heart to play, was Fields of Gold by Sting.
Right.
So in my head, I thought of these 2 songs. Okay. So we went on stage that day, and it happened to be the opening act for Bryan Adams in Palace Grounds in front of some 30,000 people.
Yeah.
August 2nd, 2001
Okay.
is when I performed that show. And as soon as we entered, everyone was like, boo, boo,
man.
we want Bryan, we want Bryan, and all that. So the strategy was that we will ask Bhaskar to play a completely shocking Carnatic classical solo, on a pad of keyboards.
Okay.
Because people have come for Bryan Adams, and now I'm throwing them completely off balance.
Yeah.
And cleverly weave it into the opening chords of Hotel California and layer it with a Carnatic solo on it.
Yeah.
And then my vocals come in.
Wow. Is there a video of this?
I have no video of it.
What do you
Even
think
DNA networks don't have it.
This was before it was normal.
This was gold.
Yeah.
I only have 2 photos from that show, and that's about it.
When did you find out that you were going to be opening for Bryan Adams? Because I'm assuming
That meeting.
In that meeting.
In that meeting, yeah. Okay. Like when I said no, I cannot do these cover songs, and then they said 2 cover songs. Yes, I said. And then my next level of audacity was, so how much am I getting paid?
But did they pay you?
Yes, they did.
Okay,
I think we were the only Indian act which opened for many of these big bands who got paid, because I said, look, I don't have a band.
Yeah.
I hire musicians to play for me, so I have to pay for them. I still remember it is 56,200 rupees that I got paid for that gig.
Oh, wow. And how much did you end up keeping from it? I'm assuming
I think about 10, 15, because we had to hire jam rooms,
Yeah.
equipment, backline. We didn't have any of that earlier.
Okay, so at least we were able to keep some from it.
Yeah, I
because you
could pay
mentioned-
everybody 5,
Yeah.
10,000 rupees,
Right.
depending on whatever they asked
Right.
for. But yeah, that was a 8-member band on stage.
And this wasn't the first, but you were playing with bands before that. Right?
No, that was just one off gig for Radio City Live. After that, again, the band decided.
Yeah.
So now I added more people, especially
yeah.
a keyboardist, because it was Brad. Let's make it big sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Amazing. But
So
it's
then-
crazy.
But 40,000 people got to know that there's a band called Antragni in Bangalore
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah. But this is crazy, right? Like, because you're saying that you never really played music, at least Western music as a kid. So, and I read somewhere that you started playing guitar at 19. Or
Correct.
Around
In
that
my
age,
first
right?
year of BSc, yes.
Yeah. And you just mentioned today, and I heard on Saturday as well at your show, you mentioned that Mysore is the first song that you wrote. Amazing that from there, then Bryan Adams and these bands and Strawberry Fields and Radio City Live, this is really quick, right? And this is before YouTube was a thing. So this
Correct.
is before...
There was no internet.
Yeah, there's no internet. So how are you learning all of this?
I was not learning really. So there is this thing. Grew up in an Orthodox family, like I said. Where Western music, Western culture itself, like even jeans.
Right.
Wearing jeans or sneakers and watching English programs or movies was like, no. So I grew up on Carnatic classical music because of dance.
Right.
And Amma was also a very keen admirer of Carnatic music. She had also learned a bit of Carnatic music. So every day morning when she wakes up, the first thing we wake up to is the Carnatic music being played on her transistor.
Okay. Wow.
We didn't have a tape recorder at home. So I didn't have a way to listen to any other music but what was
playing
exposed to. It was only when I went to Mahajana's college for my pre-university, and by mistake my father got a seat for me there and pushed me there because a couple of my other cousins were also studying in that college. So, koi to, look for it, have an eye on him kind of a thing. But it also exposed me for the first time to very rich kids from business families. And they would come richly dressed in sneakers, jeans, expensive jeans, which they would shop for only in Bangalore on weekends and come back. And the other thing that I noticed for the first time, that they would all have a Walkman tucked into their trousers, and then it would run into a headphone. And most of the time when there was no classes in between breaks, they would just be grooving like this, and then I would get curious. But I'm also this timid boy from very lower middle class family. I didn't know if they will even appreciate me asking. But then one day I just made the bold move of asking, what are you listening to? I said, do you want to listen to? And he put the headphones out and I took it, and suddenly the sound hit me and it was so horrible, that sound. I just took it up. How can you even call this music?
What was it?
Welcome to the jungle.
Do you appreciate it now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's
It
good.
didn't take much time for
Yeah.
me to appreciate all that.
Fair.
But that was my first reaction to hard rock or metal for that matter.
Yeah.
The only time I started to really appreciate Western music was when I heard Another Day in Paradise for the first time, Phil Collins. There was a small, The World This Week used to happen. I don't know if that was around that time. Yes, it was.
Okay.
The World This Week. Prannoy Roy from Extended.
Okay. Yeah. So
He
this
used
is
to
on
run the show on Doordarshan.
Right. Yeah.
And in that was a capsule of Grammy Awards.
Okay.
And Phil Collins was nominated for that song at that year. And there was a little, for probably 15, 20 seconds of that music that came. And I was like, damn, I have to figure out who this is first, what the song name is. And finally I got... So in college, there was a very good tradition that you could listen to a song from another person who has a particular cassette for 2 rupees.
Oh, okay.
And you could listen to the whole album for 5 rupees or 8 rupees, whatever.
Okay.
And if you want to take that cassette, either you trade with another cassette or you pay 15 rupees.
Okay.
And you have to return it next day morning.
Return.
That was the whole
Yeah.
trade-off that was going on
Nice,
at that time.
yeah.
So every time I would get 2 rupees in my pocket, I would go and listen to one song.
Your college was very nice. My school, if you wanted to listen to somebody else's cassette, you just took it. Never returned it. So I've lost so many cassettes.
So that's how I got exposed to some Western music back then, and I was very fascinated with the new sound. And then I had this cousin sister, much elder to me, who led a very independent life, and she had got this bunch of cassettes from UK because her elder brother used to study there. And then I would go to her house for some pretext just to listen to these albums in her system.
Yeah.
And come back home completely elated. But at the same time, I'm not able to learn any of these songs. I don't have the lyrics, nor the chords, or
You're
whatever.
just listening to it once or
So
twice, right?
much of my earlier days with my guitar would just me boringly strumming the guitar. And then eventually start humming on top of the chords I would play. And then I realized, I can make melodies which I'm remembering 2-3 days later. So to start with, I didn't even know if there is a poet in me. So I started reading newspaper headlines to those melodies.
Oh, okay.
One of the most grossest line I remember, 21 people killed in a road accident, something like that I've done. So I would, and then I got bored with that too as a process. Then I started, why don't I write a song about homeless children? Because Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise.
Yeah.
So that's how I started writing songs.
And you started in English.
And I started unleashing them on my unsuspecting classmates in college, much later.
Yeah.
After when I went into BSc and started learning the guitar is when this is that part of the year.
Yeah.
So that's how Western music crept into me. But there was also a strong South Indian classical influence in me.
Yeah.
So it was only natural for me when I met Bhaskar, the fusion happened. And at that time, we were big fans of Shakti. I had listened to Shakti for the first time and I was like mind blown about it. And now I found a violinist. I think, we can do a Shakti. It was such innocent, lovely days. And then it just went in the direction, whichever direction my mind and my ability could take me. And people in college classes, they would start appreciating and then just that validation only got bigger and bigger till we performed for Bryan Adams.
Wow.
And after that, I quit my job, full-time daytime job, which was in a tech company as a tech writer.
Right. Okay.
So I'd already switched streams. I got a little bit more money doing this. And then it was just full-time music. Now, what do I do with full-time music? I have like 4 songs in my repertoire, but I have to take it further.
Right.
So...
And this was when it wasn't we didn't have too many venues and
no,
we just had the Sunday jams and
Sunday
the Freedom
jams.
jams.
That was where most of the musicians in Bangalore would play to hone their skills of holding a crowd.
Yeah.
And the crowd was extremely brutal.
Yeah, I was one of them.
Oh, you were? Okay.
I was there every Sunday.
If they don't like an act, they will just tell you off. Yeah.
We just used to walk out.
Yeah, and people would write what do you call that? Blogs.
The
then.
blogs and forums.
And reviews.
Gigpad,
Oh my
Mr.
God,
Review.
you would be terrified of the reviews. You know?
Yeah.
And one of those Sunday jams is when Santosh Nanakan, do you remember him?
Yeah.
Writer.
Yeah. Saggy.
Saggy.
Yeah.
He used to work for Asian Age.
Okay.
And next, somebody called me up saying, hey, you know what? Your photograph is in the newspaper.
Okay.
It turned out to be the World Environment Day Sunday Jams
Right.
review. That particular gig changed my life.
Okay.
It was just two of us, me and Bhaskar, who
Right.
had played that gig and come off.
Okay.
And I think Kanjira also. Yes, and Ravi Chandra Rao Kulur, who plays the flute and also plays the Kanjira, was also accompanying us. Simple music, but largely enjoyable. One line, that's it, and my photograph. And I painted the town with that. I must have bought some 30 copies of that newspaper, sent it to my mother in Mysore, sent it to my relatives, my uncle, who was always doubting me, like, what are you doing with your life? But I was ecstatic, like the biggest validation since whatever has happened previously. So, and that gig, why it's changed my life is that I remember walking down the stairs from that open air theatre in Samsa behind Ravindra Kalakshetra.
Right.
I was stopped by a man, his wife, and a small kid. He says, hey, that music was good. Do you have a CD? I was like, what? No, that was our first concert, really. After Strawberry Fields, that was our first one. So I really don't have anything, sorry. But it takes a lot of things. So what does it take to have a record? I said, first we have to record a demo, which I'll have to take it to Mumbai to show it to record labels, and that's how you'll get the record deal or whatever. And this man, his name is Hariharan. He used to run a company called BCIL, Biodiversity Conservation India Limited, which used to environmentally sustaining homes in Bangalore. It was a very, very brand new concept, too early for the world, but he could see the vision 20 years from here. I remember him telling Raghu, 25 years from now, Bangalore will suffer because there's no groundwater, which is now true. We are living with it. Yeah. And he had that vision. So he invited me home the next weekend and he asked me to bring my guitar. So obviously he's invited some of his friends and I'm used to singing for supper. So I sang and everyone appreciated. There was dinner, we ate, everybody left. I was leaving and then his son gives me a thank you card. And inside the thank you card was a 30,000 rupees check.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what is this? He said, Hari, go record that demo.
Wow.
This is the demo I take to Belgium where I'm deputed from my company, pharma company. One Sunday in my paying guest accommodation, I'm playing for my own joy and singing loud. My landlord comes knocking. I'm meeting him for the first time. I'd only dealt with his wife. But he's like, hi, I'm Vermish. I'm the landlord. Which CD were you playing? I said, that was just me singing. I was like, what? You're a musician too? No, it's just a serious hobby. And then he gives me his card and he says, do you have a recording of whatever you were singing? I said, look, I don't have a recording, I have a cassette. I don't have a CD. So I gave him the cassette, the only cassette I had. The next couple of days later, he says, this weekend, can you be free on Saturday? I want to take you out somewhere. And little did I know that he was one of the biggest television producers of Belgium, television industry. And he had played that cassette to one of his friends in a radio station called RBTF, Radio 21. And I was invited on Saturday to perform on that little show for 10 minutes and speak about myself a little bit. And I performed Mysore Sai, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And Monday, I come back to office. My inbox is filled with emails that the radio station has forwarded, which are all in French and other languages which I could not read. So I had to take my colleagues' help to translate. That was the next big thing for me to change my directions. So one validation.
How old were you at this point?
I don't know, 24, 25.
So you were already living one dream, which is every Indian's dream. You want to go and work abroad.
Yeah.
And now you have this other dream that's also...
Yeah. So that radio show took over my senses completely. It's like, man, if a stranger who doesn't even understand my language can write such kind words in an email, then I really have something. I should really give it a shot. And I already had many friends who would say, why don't you give it a shot? Why don't you? But I didn't know how to.
Yeah.
And this demo was one way I thought. But then my company had already sent me to Belgium for training and then further stay there.
Yeah.
I quit, came back to become a rock star. But within 2 months, I realized my savings are gone. None of the record labels are like even appreciating the demo or even forget appreciating, even let me have a meeting with them.
Yeah.
So a couple of record labels, I remember Arundhati, she was working in Sony Music then. She was very kind. She said, Raghu, I don't think you're quite there as a sound for Indian palette.
Okay.
And then she made me listen to some songs which were prevalent at that time, no names, saying if this something like this interests you, we would be interested to listen to it. So every 3-4 months, I would have to come back with a new demo.
Okay.
Now, when I've come back in 2 months, I've exhausted my this thing. I had to look for a job, and another angel walked into my life who gave me this job in a software company as a tech writer.
Okay.
Just sheerly on the basis that I can type in English and read English and comprehend. And that gave me a little bit more time during weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I could jam with musicians. And during this time is when the same cassette was played on Radio City.
Okay.
Then Brian Adams happened, and after Brian Adams, I again sat in front of my boss, Akhila Krishnamurthy, and said, "Look, I want to quit. I want to make music." Like, we were waiting when you will get to quit. Go ahead, do whatever you have to do.
Amazing, yeah.
And at that time, Radio City was also playing ads on this, and radio was very, very,
it was big,
very big.
Yeah.
And I would listen to radio on my way to work and back. That's when I had next level of audacity to walk into Radio City office and tell the head at that time, Sridhar, your jingles suck. I want to make a jingle. So they put me on to JWT,
Yeah.
and they gave me an assignment to do a jingle for Spice Telecom.
Okay.
And they said, I want it to be local, but it has to have a global sound.
Yeah.
So I did a very, very quirky Kannada, English ad, which became a rage on radio. So much so people would call on request show to get that jingle be played.
Which one was this?
This was called Never Miss an Opportunity, was their adage.
Right.
So, life-nalli opportunity tumba rare siktadappa. But when you get one in your hands, adun miss markobardappa. Oh, you get a spice connection. Don't worry, Markoli. You will get the world in your hands. Simply talk Marty. Never miss an opportunity. Something I put on Bhangra Dhol and all.
Sweet.
Very big.
Yeah.
So that was a rage on radio, and that kind of gave me confidence that whatever money I had saved, I can buy a computer and start learning how to record at home. And then I started doing jingles. For 7 years, I just did jingles and voiceovers for radio and television and
so that
corporate
paid your
films.
bills.
And that kind of sustained me financially without having me to compromise on the kind of music I was doing, like getting into covers, for example, or singing in English.
Yeah.
I didn't have to, because that time it was very cool to sing in English.
Yeah.
At
that time,
like
it was...
You would be looked down upon if you sing in English, or in Hindi.
Hindi or Kannada,
let alone Kannada,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's really the fascinating story it is. When I look back, it's amazing. It's almost filmy, But like I keep saying, that I'm a Destiny's Child. It's just that at every juncture, if you see now that so many people have walked into my life just at the right time.
At the right point,
and push me to the next direction, and they were like, it's almost like they were holding a placard saying this way, this way, this way.
Yeah, pushing you in that right direction.
And till today, it's happening till today. And you never know who will see me talking about myself in your interview, and you never know where this opportunity will take me there.
Yeah.
So I've also learned the art of now being very grateful to every little. It's never little, is what I'm saying. Like you never know, you will only realize that it's a big thing on a hindsight, but at the time. So I've learned to be kind to myself, to allow that kindness to walk into my life and receive it. And when somebody says, oh, but we don't have this budget, you have to pay for this, can we do this free gig for this NGO or whatever? I'll still see it as an opportunity that somebody in the crowd is going to change
Is gonna
something in the
change,
future.
something's gonna happen.
And it's always happened like that. So I
Yeah.
completely firmly believe in that aspect, that no opportunity is small or big.
Right.
It's like I want to give my 100%. Whether it's a small club gig or a stadium gig, it's still the same for me.
still the same,
I'm quite aggressively obsessive about what I do.
But through all of these big changes, and I mean, of course, it's an immense opportunity, and it's amazing that as you've rightly pointed out, there's so many people
Correct.
who've touched
Yeah.
different parts of your journey and sort of expanded it multiple times, right? But before all of that started happening, you mentioned that you were a grade A student, a grade A dancer, and come from a very traditional South Indian family. How did your family take to it? Of course, you mentioned your uncle as
My
well.
father never really liked it initially.
Did they try to pull you back into
No,
a traditional route?
that is the only. I would now consider on the hindsight that was the encouragement. That they never really stopped me from doing anything I wanted to do, and that was freedom enough actually. They might have not said, "Hey son, you really play well. Here's a guitar. Please play music," but and once in a while I would get a smirk and a frown off from my dad's face. I still remember there was this bassist Vishwajit who I was friends with, and I used to write some very simple songs. Torn old jeans, don't treat me like a chewing gum. These are the songs I wrote initially. So with these songs, I would flaunt it in front of unsuspecting friends, like I said.
Yeah.
And there was this college, Sharda Vilas College, they had a college day, and I went and begged, can I get 10 minutes to perform? And they said, yeah, sure. So Vishwajit and I are performing on stage that day, and I'm about to leave to the venue. My father was sitting on his armchair reading newspaper. I said, hey, I'm performing. Do you want to come and watch? He said, who will come? And then he went back to his paper. So I said, okay, fine.
But did that make you rebellious? Did that make you rebellious, or you were like
not
indifferent?
really. Like, I mean, nonchalant. It's nonchalant. Like, no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Like, I went and performed, and backstage, some of my friends came and they were like, oh, good show, good song, whatever. And then one friend said, hey, but I saw your dad. He was standing in the shadow watching you.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's my dad. So
Amazing.
I think when I went back home, he was back in his newspaper.
Yeah.
I said, I heard you were at the venue. He's like, nah, this music never.
Amazing.
So yeah, that I think was encouragement
Enough, yeah.
behind a veil
Yeah.
of unacceptance. So since they didn't stop me, I just went ahead and did whatever I wanted to.
Okay. That's amazing. Yeah, but like Indian parents, I think now maybe they're a little bit more accepting.
Now I see. I mean, I really envy kids nowadays how parents are open to this idea of children choosing music or dance or any other sport, for example. Sport is more scary because it needs a lot more physical endurance and dedication towards it, and it's if it's a single person playing, it's probably easier to get to wherever you want to because everything is on you. But if it's a team sport like a football or a team or a cricket team, then there are a lot of other factors that. And to believe that my son is going to play cricket for India is crazy at this age. But there are parents who are doing that. It's amazing to see that.
Yeah, I think like they are, I think the one follows the other, right? Now there is an existing industry and you sort of know, okay, fine, even if they don't make it as, let's say if they don't play for India or they don't become the greatest cricketer ever, they'll still find employment with them, because I think Indian parents have the biggest concern is, will my child find employment?
Correct. That's the only worry. Will my kid be safe tomorrow? Like, so, yeah.
That's amazing. I think what we'll do now is we'll quickly break for starters. We'll come back.
Like, you called me for dinner and there's no starter.
No, we'll come back and we'll get more into the process.
Thank you for mentioning food.
That's cool. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Okay, welcome back. We finally got some food on the table.
Thank you.
We got some malai.
So it was not a lie then.
Maybe the lies will come later.
Yeah, it's only malai for now.
Yeah, this is malai.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's start.
Awesome. Looks very well plated.
Thank you. This is all my friend.
Am I supposed to be like proper?
No, not at all.
Not all right. Thank you.
Use your hands.
I just don't
Eat
know
as
how
you
this-
wish.
Yeah.
Don't make any rules here.
Man, this is amazing.
Good. You like it? Yeah, that's great. Are you a big foodie?
I used to be, I would say. Now I watch what I eat, but yes, there's definitely a naughty side of me to try out new stuff.
Yeah. What's like your favorite kind of food to eat?
Right now, I'm looking forward to the 22nd of August to go to Pune and perform because I know I want to go to Pune guest house.
Pune guest house.
Yeah, it's an old, charming restaurant,
Okay.
and they make authentic Maharashtrian breakfasts.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Like, what is it called? Dadpe pohe,
Okay. Yeah. Pohe.
aloo vadi.
Oh, nice. Misal. Misal is
Yeah,
not a
misal.
breakfast. Is that
Misal
breakfast?
also, yeah, misal also. But the best misal I had it at Jogeshwari, man, in Mumbai recently.
Okay.
Oh my God, it is incredible.
Yeah?
Incredible is not the word. It's just, it was mind blowing.
Spicy one. Oh.
Yeah, but
Really
like, I eat very less spice these
Yeah.
days, but that, like I said, indulgence is allowed.
Yeah.
So when I indulge, I go all out.
Go all out, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like most of the time, 29 days out of a month, I'm
Okay.
controlling myself what I eat.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it became an occupational hazard, because of the number of dishes I would end up trying and cooking, and
Yeah. Oh,
because
wow.
I've been only doing it for a little bit over a year now, so there's multiple rounds of trials that I would end up doing, and then I got really fat
Oh.
doing this cooking and hosting and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's
So-
also because I'm sure, like any other artist, I consider cooking as an art in a huge way.
Yeah,
And people who are serious about cooking really, really are very, very at OCD levels till they get it perfect.
yeah,
Yeah. So I've seen that happening with some of my chef friends who
Yeah.
are like, even if a little thing is out of place, then they say, no, this is not my best one. I will be like hogging it and saying, yo, man, this is so good. But they will be like, no, it's not. It just didn't happen. It's just too much water today or something like
Yeah.
that. And they'll just give me some lame reason
Yeah.
to just.
that happened to
not
me a
acknowledge.
couple of weeks back.
Okay.
I actually made donne biryani and some mutton keema
You
balls
did?
for
Wow.
my friends for lunch. And the biryani tasted great, the meat was cooked well, but the rice was a little drier than I would have liked it to be.
Okay.
And same with the keema balls, they didn't come out perfectly crispy. My friends are eating it, oh, this is the best mutton kebabs mutton balls I've ever eaten, best biryani I've ever eaten. And I was like, oh, you guys have not been eating good food, man, because
If you have to
I
draw
can do better.
parallels in the same in my life,
Yeah.
it'll be about mixes of a song.
Right.
You are never happy with the mix of
With the
your
mix,
song.
yeah.
Like people are going crazy. They like it, whoever is listening to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe little high, maybe little
Yeah.
more compression, less compression, more breathing space for the voice.
Yeah.
You are never happy unless
Yeah.
you have like done 30 different mixes and finally
Yeah.
you have no clarity on what you
Yeah.
want to hear.
You sort of get numb to it, right?
Yeah.
That happens like, when you're cooking
Even
as well,
taste
like you
also,
keep tasting it, adjusting, and then now you're like, oh, I can't remember what I
We call it a ear fatigue, but
Yeah.
in your
taste fatigue,
field
whatever.
too, it's
I
the
don't
same
know
thing.
what it's
So as artists, I think everyone who is very passionate about what they do
Yeah.
is that strive for perfection, which can actually be detrimental to your art. And then it's almost like many of the musicians, like including me, we don't release music as often as we should simply because we think
It can be better.
it can be much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it help then having like a deadline? Say, let's say you've already done an album
Yeah,
announcement,
yeah,
so now
that's-
you're
that's
forced
really
to sort of
helped,
put it
yeah.
out, right? But how did you sort of hone this? Actually, that's a good segue to get into. Like, how do you hone like your stage performance, right? Like in the break we were talking about lungis and stuff, but that's one aspect, the whole visual aspect. And just because I've just seen you live just last week, the audience interaction itself can be a standalone show, in my opinion, right?
Yes.
But like aside from that, like, there's so many elements that go into it.
Correct.
And as the front man, as the guy who's actually running the show, how did this development happen? Because what makes me most curious is in my previous career, everyone that I met and I asked them such questions, no, YouTube, this video, that video on YouTube. But you were doing this well before YouTube.
Yeah.
So how did you? Is it
I
just
think
trial
a lot
and
of it comes from dance.
Okay.
Because as a young kid, I was pushed on stage quite early. And as a serious student of dance, you're also imbibing everything around dance also. Like, for example, simple thing like makeup or a costume. It comes under the kind of expression. It is part of the expression. So expression is not just facial expression. There is physical expression, and then there is light and sound as an expression, and what you wear, and what you speak, and how you speak, and how you behave with people. Everything is part of the aura that you are creating as an artist on stage.
Yeah.
As far as costumes is concerned, it is called Aharya Abhinaya.
Sorry, sir.
Aharya Abhinaya.
Okay.
Abhinaya is expression. Aharya is what you wear.
Yeah.
So that comes under that. And I also learned the art of visualizing stage, occupying empty spaces, not making people feel that, oh, that part of the stage is empty or whatever.
Yeah.
And how to move into a light. When your part comes, you have to move towards the light. Like a light engineer can't be following you with a light wherever you randomly run. So that kind of came quite early in my first 20 years of my life, And this is my 25th year as a musician.
Yeah.
And I must say, 20 years of my life was spent in just becoming a better people's person. I think I wasted a lot of my time just trying to retain musicians in my band.
Okay.
And most of it was because of me, because I was so compulsively, obsessively, aggressively ambitious about what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I definitely did push my musicians, friends who were in the band to do beyond what they could.
Yeah. Sometimes that becomes abrasive, right? Yeah.
And it became difficult. Like every 6 months, a musician would leave, and then I would have to search for the next one,
And then start training.
And then by the time he settles down into the sound and the ethos of the band and try to, then another guy would leave.
Yeah.
So I would easily give away 4-5 years wasted on this front. And I didn't even write new music because of this, because there was no settlement in the band itself. So the art of stage performance was always there for me, but I wanted the whole band to look like one unit.
Yeah.
And that has happened only in the last 5 years. It's only, like for example, the last year onwards, last March, that is 2025 March, till this, like the last gig,
Yeah.
we have sold out every
Wow.
concert, ticketed concert. And that's happened because previous to that, those 4 years, we've really slogged to become a very tight unit on stage. And that's because these musicians have stayed. And that's because I changed my outlook towards life to ease off, to become kinder, calmer, patient. And also, I think I was very immature, and it can sound as a confession, that I thought this journey is mine and I have to chase this journey and I can see this vision, etc., etc. But now it is more about carrying everybody along with me and see where the common ground of each one's ambitions are. There are conversations every now and then to know what are they up to, what are they looking for, what is happening at their home, what are their financial needs, and trying to see if I can cater to that requirement.
So it's a bit of becoming a leader as well, right? Like, so you become a people's leader, not just...
I don't now like that word at all. Okay. I think it has become more democratic. For example, even to decision to make a set list, as simple as that. I involve every musician to say...
But that is leadership, I would say, right? Like, in my opinion, for you to take care of your band, to take care of your
band... But they're also taking care of me.
Exactly. But
and everyone is leading certain things in the band.
Correct.
But
it's all sort of... At the end of the day, the buck stops with you. Right?
Correct.
Like
it is definitely still my name that can go wrong or go extremely right.
Yeah.
They understand that also.
But then bringing them all together, sharing that vision, that is definitely, I would say, like qualities of a leader.
Yes, I think it took time for me to realize that and understand that, and eventually go through the process of changing my own attitude and my own approach towards people and calm down a bit and take things once, easy. And because I was in a rush, like, we have to do this, we have to do this. But now I see it's the contrary. On the contrary, in fact, the slower I am taking things, the faster things are moving for me.
Right.
Which is amazing. And if any young musician comes to me, I would only say, please don't be in a rush. Sir, I've got this new tune, sir. I want to release this, sir. How do I produce this, sir? How do I make it viral? I said, what? Viral? I only fever, I know. I don't know other viral thing. So, in another, again, interview recently, I said that this 25 years has been great journey so far, like fascinating stories, people, good and bad. And I think the real journey is starting from now. The real music is going to come out from now. I think the best is now starting from to
from
this
now,
year,
yeah.
this moment onwards.
Yeah.
That kind of a very, very strong intuition that far bigger and greater things are waiting, and all that has happened till now was to prepare me as a person first and as a musician
Yeah.
next. To learn to receive love, retain love, and then spread it around. That I think percolates now into our concert attitude also. I seldom sing sad songs.
Okay.
I seldom sing songs which are very topical in its approach towards anything. All my songs are deeply philosophical. Very few love songs.
Yeah.
Even if I sing a love song, it will be like intense, like Amber, for example. Even the Kannada songs that I sing, the romantic songs that I got written for a film, I have fought with the lyricist till I got it right. I didn't want it to be frivolous. It can't be about chasing a girl and winning her heart or kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I just cannot work at that level.
Okay.
Amber is a great example for that matter, lyrically and in its content.
Yeah.
So for me, that is what I'm looking forward to do. That like I have received a lot of kindness and help when I was down and out in my life. When I literally lost everything and had to restart my life from scratch a few years ago. Is also when I started to understand myself as a person, and I found so many beautiful people walking into my life, little bit, saying one word or one action, and that would give me a bigger perspective of life.
Yeah.
And that has helped me to now realize that yes, all that has happened, bad and good, is only to now appreciate what I have,
Yeah.
and also appreciate what my potential is.
Yeah.
Because I also read somewhere the most common reason for a person to be happy is his or her unrealized potential. When you know you can do so much more, but you have only managed to do so little, is what makes you happy every day. Because you know what you can do, but you have also been caught in this web of procrastination, self-loathing, and self-pitying, self-criticizing.
Yeah. I would say that is the opposite of happiness, right? Like you have the potential, but because you're stuck in that loop of being critical of yourself and self-loathing, that's making you sad.
Yeah. So now my ambition is only to become a happy person, and that is happening only because I know what my potential is and I want to realize that now.
Yeah.
So every day is a renewed enthusiasm to wake up to get to that level.
Yeah.
I don't even know where this conversation started and where I've ended.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Next question.
No, but like what I'm hearing from everything that we've spoken about so far, right? Is that the best moments of your life, or the best people have walked into your life at the moments where you found yourself at the lower points,
including
right?
people who have hurt me.
Yeah.
Including people who have cheated me of my money, or just like being catalyst to take away a certain opportunity from me. Personal life, professional life, both. I look back now and I'm able to appreciate it as a beautiful disruption. That it was necessary for me to go down that lane to appreciate what I have now, and also find my way up here. So I'm grateful for that also, because that person was a catalyst to push me to realize that I have one more layer of my personality I'm yet to discover.
Yeah.
And that was to find courage, to find strength, to find humility to accept.
Yeah.
And then rework my energy to achieve whatever I want to now next achieve. One step at a time, slowing down was really, really helpful.
In those moments, like when you felt like cheated or done wrong by someone or any of those things, would you say, like, describe yourself as angry in those moments?
I was angry always.
So in your younger days, you were an angry person?
Yeah, when you're not, again, one of the things like procrastination is anger. You're not angry at anybody else. You're angry with yourself.
Yeah.
It just manifests into anger to the outside world, and you become this difficult person to be with. I think that it was very much my identity for most of my life.
As an angry
As a school kid, as a college kid.
So even when you were in school?
Like just restless. energy, full of energy, and I don't know where to expend it. Like, it's just
Right.
crazy.
So how was like when you were in school and college? Like you were already performing, you were singing in college, and you were a dancer in school. So you were already expending that energy somewhere.
The dance was a great physical
Yeah.
exercise out. Being in the badminton court was big thing for me every day. I used to go and like just sweat it out for
Yeah.
like few hours, and that would help. But dance and sports really was my thing to let go of things. But even then, I'm also a guy who knows what I want.
Yeah.
If I
But
don't
you weren't writing angry music.
like not no angry lyrics. Thank God. Like then,
Because you wouldn't be able to perform it now then after this sort of...
my anger would end with "Don't treat me like a chewing gum." Like, silly song I wrote many years ago.
Do you still sing it every now and then?
No,
That's
I've
how
lost the
bad-
lyrics of the song, the melody,
no.
everything. You know, I don't even know if anyone of my then friends
Yeah.
have a recording of it. you know,
Yeah.
somewhere.
I guess like the downside or upside, I don't know what you want to call it, of growing up in the days without phone cameras is you do like you remember this as a memory, but you
Yeah.
don't have like a video or anything to go
Yeah, I
by,
do.
right? So yeah, but like you're saying you were mostly an angry person, but you were writing generally upbeat songs and happier songs. Was that like a deliberate action? Was that just something that came naturally to you, or you were finding yourself in happier states when you were writing music, composing?
I really don't know if I've analyzed this part of me. I wrote Mysore Sai first. Hey, they were angry songs, like Cocaine. Have you heard this song in Sunday Jams? I used to play with my band Antaragni.
No, I was
Oh.
Eric Clapton. No.
Yeah, no, not that cocaine. Like cocaine. It's like comparing this
cocaine.
chick with cocaine
Okay.
and saying you destroyed my life like cocaine did, or whatever, this addiction.
Yeah.
And like people would wonder, why did you even compare this and like as if you've done cocaine
Yeah.
to get this idea. It is so silly. I used to write such weird songs.
Nice.
Yeah, so maybe one or two songs only, but
Yeah.
not really. Because I think that as a dancer, you're trained to see beauty through art in every little thing that you do.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of chasing an art as a passion, because you want to see beauty through it rather than seeing it as an outlet to showcase your anger or
Yeah.
frustration. Yes, many bands have done that, made it a tool for a political voice, for
Right.
example, start a revolution, maybe.
Yeah.
Bring people together in a very positive way. I think it's beautiful when it's used positively, rather than
I guess the tool.
using as a tool to. But I mean, there are definitely arguments equally powerful on either side.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I've chosen the happier side,
happier
the more
side.
positive side.
Do you think like now with all of this experience and this, I would say metamorphosis in some ways, right? That you've sort of had to go through because of the environments and everything else that
I
you've
think every
gone
human
through.
goes through it.
100%.
It's not just me or not just artists.
Right.
Every human has
through
a climb, a downfall,
Yeah.
where you're forced to learn certain lessons.
Correct.
And then you,
Yeah.
rise above yourself.
But I would say like as an artist, you're a little bit more in the public eye and you're talking about it, or it's reflecting in your art, right? So
And
it
also, you're
becomes
also
visible to
very
your fan
sensitive
base.
to. Generally, you're like, touch me not for everything. As an artist, you're like tender inside you as a person.
Yeah.
Your exterior might be like robust and angry and like intimidating, but as an artist, you're by default sensitive. That's why you can see beauty in something. That's why you can see hurt in something. That's why you can see the emotions that you want to write in your songs. Yeah.
Have you, because of this, then has your sort of musicality changed in any way, your lyric writing or your approach to?
No, not my lyrical content or approach to music. So this happened during my therapy session. That was the day when my therapist asked, her name is Lakshmi Ramaswamy, and she also works with another amazing lady, Kritika Singh. These two ladies were my therapists. And one of the sessions, I remember Lakshmi saying, so you say you have lost everything, you don't know if you will get back to music or not. I had also given up music. And if you have to make music again, because this is the only thing you say you know now, why would you do it? What is it that will inspire you to rise
Yeah.
again back to that, whatever? What are you chasing? So I didn't say what I was chasing at that moment, but I said, "Look, I was sure that I will make it all the way." And she said, "What is all the way?" So like perform around the world, collaborate with musicians around the world, and win awards, maybe even Grammys. Just came out of me. And she paused for a while, and there was this water flask on the table, and she took the flask and said, "Hold this." And I took it, and I said, "That's your Grammy. Now what? What will you do with it?
Yeah.
You'll put it on a mantle in your house, and people will say, 'Oh, Grammy award winning Grammy,' or you'll announce yourself,
Yeah.
Grammy winning artist, whatever. You might get a little bit more money, get wider opportunities.
Yeah.
But what is it doing to you as a person? Is it going to make you happy, or
Make you a better
what is
person,
it?"
yeah.
That got me really thinking, because I remember that session lasted for almost 4 hours, and that's when we arrived at this conclusion for me. Like, maybe I had to relook at not what I was doing, but why I was doing it. Maybe I was chasing this fame, followers, money,
Yeah.
the typical
Fame and
dream
fortune
of
dream,
becoming a star artist, because I think that's very, very, very common, and then the most obvious thing why people do it on stage. And now I think I go on stage because I want to tell my story through my songs, and hopefully people will find a thread to hold on to in their weakest moments in life. I think that has percolated into every aspect of my life now. Whatever I do, it's to see if I can heal someone out there in the crowd. I don't know whom I'm addressing to.
Yeah.
But now, with that intent to go on stage has changed. And the more I go on stage with that intent, the more I think it's like what I described in Amber, for example, before I sang the song. Like we think we are falling in love with a person, but we don't realize that we're actually falling in love with ourselves, because we've just become kinder, softer,
Yeah.
more beautiful, and it brings out the best version of you when you're in love with someone.
Yeah.
When you're truly in love with someone, you'll just go all out of your way to do things for that person.
Yeah.
And then you've changed your very fabric of being.
Yeah.
And that's why this proposition of falling in love itself becomes very attractive.
Yeah. And it's not just that person. You're suddenly finding yourself being nice to everyone.
Exactly.
Right? Like you're just in a better mood. Yeah.
Yes, I think I'm in that phase right now where I think by my changing the intent of why I want to do music and go on stage with the band, and I want to take the whole band with me, or anybody who's working with me, being my light engineer, sound engineer, anybody. Like we have 100 reasons why I should probably say, get out of my band. I want to be a more professional guy.
Yeah.
But I've learned, step back, talk easy, address the problem, not the person, and then see how I can solve the person. Person solve his own problem.
Yeah.
And that I think was a very great learning for me, and redefining why I want to get back into the scene and become who I am today happened at that session, just holding the flask out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not chasing anything anymore, but just want to go and make as many people as possible happy in its truest way. But more than making them happy, making them believe that they're strong enough to deal with anything that life throws at you. One person in every concert, my life mission is well lived. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you receive such messages and engagement from the fans?
Lots
as well?
of messages.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
And
good.
I talk to everybody, I mean, against much of my managers' despair. Like, why are you always on social media? Why are you replying to anybody and everybody? Even if somebody's like, "Oh, you guys are making us wait so long. Your doors open at 7, but you're coming only on stage at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'll reply saying, "This is how it works in a club. You open the door so that you can buy food and drink."
Yeah.
They're like day before yesterday, one guy, "Oh, these guys at the venue are scamming us. they are asking for cover charges at the entrance. I said,
Yeah.
dude, did you
in the
read
ticket,
the
yeah.
fine print? There is
Yeah.
a terms and conditions, and even before booking, it says clearly mandatory cover charges will be charged at the gate. But anyway, this is a business house where they're selling food and drink. The
Yeah.
music is just a bonus thing.
Yeah.
And you're
Get you
paid
into
for the
the door.
music.
Yeah.
Now they're selling food and drink. If you don't buy food and drink, their business will not go.
Yeah. And they won't
So I had to
exist.
explain it to, and I take my time to explain it to
to
a
a fan.
person.
Yeah.
And they appreciate it that I've taken time off to
respond
to it.
Yeah.
But I know it takes a lot of my personal time. And it does affect me over
Yeah,
a period
that's what I
of
was
time
gonna
because
come to.
I'm always online and my replies are almost always fast, like immediately next.
Yeah. But then does this sort of emotionally also sometimes if a fan's writing with their own problems or in general, like I'm assuming if you get 10 such messages a day only
Yeah.
where people are like this issue, that issue, venue issue, stuff that's not under your control, right? Does that also like drain you out currently or like you've reached a place where you're okay?
There was a point it drained me so much that it inspired me to do something way beyond what my capacity was. This happened during COVID, the second leg.
Okay.
I put out a status on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter also saying if there is anyone who wants someone to talk to during this really, really gloomy phase, please call me. And I just DM me and I put my phone number out.
Put your phone number out. Oh my.
There were people calling. So I remember also having this studio setup completely changed into this like single man war room. And I'm connecting people to beds in hospitals, oxygen cylinders, to medicines, whatever I did during COVID. And then there was this one call from a lady. She said, I don't even know how to tell you this, but I lost my entire family. Dad, mom, brother, and sister-in-law. And there is this little kid my niece left behind, and I have not been able to even see my family before they were sent away. I don't know how to process this. Is there anyone who can help me process this situation?
Yeah.
And she's very calm. And I know that grief has taken her so much so that she's become numb to it. And that's why I put up another status saying, are there any grief counselors? And this lady was very particular saying, if there is anyone who can talk to me in my language, Kannada, it will be great. So I put up saying, I'm looking for grief counselors. And a lot of people responded. And then I connected one person to that. And then suddenly another person, I need a counselor too. Then again I connected. And then they just got a little too much. And online, everything available on Facebook.
Yeah.
This activity was observed by a person called Ashwin Nayak in Pune,
Okay.
who still runs a company called Mana Wellness. It's a mental health center.
Okay.
And he called me up and said, hey, you know what? I have a call center, which is a suicide helpline, but I can change it to
Grief counselor.
grief counseling center. You just have to put up this number out there saying, call if you need help. And we started recruiting. Looking at this activity, a lot of counselors also volunteered.
Yeah.
I again kept pushing, looking for volunteers to counsel. Some of them actually wanted money because they also didn't have any earning.
Yeah.
So we spent whatever money we had between two of us to run this. And we catered to almost 1,500 plus people during this phase of the second leg, which was 7-8 months. And then beyond that, another 6 months. And then we eventually phased it out because the calls became lesser and lesser once COVID kind of opened up, the lockdown got opened up.
Yeah.
And that was both draining for me because I'm listening to everybody's grief story and reading messages on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also made me realize that I'm actually finding a certain amount of satisfaction by doing this. And that led me to believe that one day I'm going to do something in the field of mental health.
Yeah.
And I got also that same kindness from my own therapist. So I've seen what kindness does to a person who needs help.
Yeah.
And none of my sessions were clocked, for example. As I said, the earlier session was 4 hours, for example.
Oh, wow.
My first session lasted for 6 hours almost. I remember taking a break, going out for a walk in the park because I was so overwhelmed. I couldn't stop crying. and I even had a lunch break where they fed me, and then continued the session. And then I went back home by evening, and then so with this kindness and compassion is what I wanted to build something. So, and I met a like-minded person, Prithvi Raj, who was still a student in Christ when I first met him.
Oh, okay.
And I had taken part in a mental health conclave that he had organized in Christ College, through Christ College, I would say. And I met him at Bandleader Music Festival a few years, 3 years ago.
Okay.
And we bumped into each other and said, hey, what are you doing? And he said, yeah, I used to work with Kedabam's mental health center, and I've just quit my job and I don't know what I'm going to do next. And I said, what? Really? You actually got into this field full time then?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I was very keen on getting into it, so I got into the marketing team. I said, would you be interested to do something on your own with this in this field if I join hands with you? I really think I want to do something in this field. And he laughed it off, saying, oh, one more person who is known, who can just... No, like I'm fairly popular, and then people are known to throw things, saying, yeah, ye karenge, wo karenge, kuch nahi karenge. So he thought of that. And there was Green Day playing in the end, I think. And then we both were sitting on a bench having a drink and just talking about this. We didn't watch the whole game. Yeah. And then next day morning, 9 o'clock, I'm calling him. And he was like, what? You're actually serious? Yeah. Then we met. Then we spent about a year and a half doing market research and stuff. And we both set up Glass Onion Therapy, which is a mental health center in HSR layout. We are a completely in-person therapy center. We don't believe in online counseling at all because every body language gives a hint to the therapist. And also, there's one-on-one human connection that builds through a therapist. Yeah. And it's the same ethos that I took help from. Is passed on into this company where we don't have clocks. We don't have...
So no, the sessions are not clocked?
Not really. If you need more sessions in a month for the same price, you still get more sessions. Oh, wow. So and it goes beyond the session also. We have people calling and keeping in touch.
I think we should also talk about Stout then, because I see him on Instagram.
Oh yes, you did. Stout is Prithvi's dog.
Okay.
And he's the mascot of our company.
Yeah.
And he's greeted every client. Oh, some of them just drop in to meet Stout and go back.
Oh, sweet.
So we've built also a place where people can just come and hang out.
Okay.
If you want to just come and read a book and paint or something, but no watching some screen and sitting there. But as long as you want to read a book or just spend time with yourself writing something, we encourage this. We also run something called as a boring day at Glastonbury, where people are invited to just surrender their electronics and spend time with yourself in absolute silence.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and after 5 hours, they're allowed to play board games. And, but till then, no eye contact, no talking to each other, no saying, hey, so what do you do? No, nothing. No.
So it's like a mini Vipassana.
Yeah, there's no networking allowed, nothing. This is only, the first hour is very awkward for everybody. But eventually they settle down with themselves and then they see the awkwardness, showing directions to them. And somebody will pick up a book. We provide letters to write with envelopes. And we encourage them to write a letter to themselves.
Oh, okay.
Imagining that this letter will reach them 6 months from now.
Right. And do you do that? Do you send that to them?
We post them to them after 6 months. Yeah. And then it is a great thing to see. Yeah. It's like a reality check as to what was I thinking about myself then and what I've become now, and is it tallying it all? Yeah. It's amazing exercise. Yeah. So they really love this particular event that happens at Glastonbury.
Wow, that's actually really cool. I would love to check this out, because even for me personally, I was telling you earlier that I spent 13 years in a corporate job, right? And it was a very beautiful life. It was super comfortable life at the forefront of the largest platform in the country, rubbing shoulders with the big names in the industry on almost a daily basis. But there was something eating me up. So what I did was, I like road trips. So I went on a solo road trip, 10,000 kilometers across the country.
What are you saying?
Yeah, and on a daily basis, my parents were like, what exactly are you doing? Why are you on the road? You're literally on a road trip. Every day, 10 to 12 hours, I'm on the road. Alone, no music. Sometimes I would play some music, sometimes I would listen to some podcasts, but most of the time just sitting there in whatever level of silence you can have on an Indian road. But that's what I was doing. It wasn't planned. My idea was not to sit in silence. But I think slowly after the second day, I started realizing that I haven't done this in so long. I'm actually enjoying listening to myself for the
Fantastic.
first time. Where I'm not selling a platform, or I'm not, I'm not speaking from a script.
Correct.
It was really interesting. So I think this is pretty cool. And I don't think we do that anymore. I mean, I definitely don't. I get a free minute, I'm on Reels.
But it's an essential part of what you do now. You
Yeah.
can't avoid it. Like it
Yeah,
happens
now
to me in my music too.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was making art, but I'm now forced to make content.
Right.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's a very famous saying that I read somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we're all forced to finally comply with what the market demands are.
Yeah.
While
Where the
we are
attention
still
is,
trying
right?
to protect our soul from getting affected by it.
I think when it comes to content, I feel like in general, that's just how it's always evolved, right? Like previously you had concert houses, or you had indoor
still have
venues.
concert
Yeah,
houses.
but the thing is, like, that's the only place you could go
But
to
now you
engage
get
with
concert
music.
houses only if your numbers are big.
Correct.
Which is such a tragedy.
Yeah.
Like there are so many incredible musicians who are not so Instagram savvy or YouTube savvy, but they can hold a crowd for 3 hours without a break, and they can like turn the whole room into a particular emotion that they want to, and they can hold the ropes of their emotions and literally have a game playing with the audience's emotions.
Yeah.
And yet those artists are never considered big because your numbers are not big, or you're not constantly seen in in the correct places.
Yeah.
So for me, that is an alien approach towards marketing myself, because my training has been play as well as you can on stage and let that get you next show, which is continued to happen for me. But it's when I meet certain people when in the business side of it, I kind of I'm defeated there. I don't know what to do with it.
But see, my submission to that is just look at an average person's day, right? Like they're spending 2-3. Everybody's screen time is over 5 hours.
Yes,
I would say, and that's non-work screen time, right? If you take away how much time you're spending on the screen at work, you're still doing 5 hours of consumption of content, whether that's on YouTube, Instagram, long form, short form, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all of that included. Now, of course, you can't go on every Netflix show, you can't be on every Amazon Prime show. Now, when let's say 2 hours is what is being spent on short format scrolling content, attention is there. That's also your only place to market stuff. Even for a brand business.
correct.
I'm completely ad free. I'm sure you are as well. You have YouTube Premium, you have subscriptions for everything.
Correct.
You don't read the newspaper.
Yeah.
You don't, like, even live sport mostly doesn't have ad anymore. That's one of the only other places, and then there's Instagram. So unfortunately, what was previously managed, let's say by a label or a tour promoter or anyone else who was pushing that content with advertising and stuff like that, doesn't happen anymore. There's no space for it anymore. So now, unfortunately or fortunately, it's in your hands. I guess my submission, like this is my work. So I obviously position it as a good thing.
Correct.
And I do see it as a good thing, because you're, as an artist or as a creator or as the owner of what you're building, you have complete control.
Correct.
Of what you want to say, who you want to say it to, who you want to pull into your audience. I think that's a great thing. Look at it this way, right? Doctors have to create content these days.
Suggest supplements.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I completely understand the need of it. It's just that I'm not designed for it.
Yeah.
And now I have to redesign that part of me to be relentless about it, to be disciplined about it, not relentless. I would say disciplined about it, to release a certain amount of content every few days and then keep my audience engaged and whatnot. This is a game that I've not understood, because earlier when I wanted to release an album, I went to a record label, and the record label was the middleman before people could listen to it.
Yeah.
And there were other collateral middlemen, like a channel we have an MTV where your video will be played, or a radio station much later.
None of them are required anymore.
So now nothing is required. This is only, but this, as much as it has created democracy, it is the algorithms which have become your middlemen now.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know how to play around with that.
You cannot talk to
because it's not a human that I can talk to and say, please promote my music.
Correct.
So you are either put a lot of money behind it, and some of the Punjabi musicians that I speak to and the kind of numbers they
pull
are
off,
putting behind music to market it it's scary that almost encompasses my entire life's earnings sometimes to promote one song.
Yeah.
So the only way I can do it is again the old school way to do my best on stage.
Yeah. And word of mouth spreads.
Word of mouth spreads, and that's about it.
But again, like word of mouth is also now Instagram stories. I can't remember the last time, I'll tell you the truth. I cannot remember the last time I sat down with a friend and I said, hey, I watched this video, or I watched this movie or this show, or I heard this album, or I found this new artist and they're amazing. It's always, it's on my story. And that's where the conversation's happening. So that's the other flip side, right? Like the suggestions, the social interaction, everything has sort of moved there. And I'm not arguing for
No, I know the
against
risk
it.
of being labeled arcane.
No, it's not arcane. I think, like, see, I have worked with artists who are just starting out, one song old. Like, I don't want to create content, or I don't believe that this is required. I'm like, okay, then if you find a path, then you be that leader, and the rest of the world will follow you, and that's great. But it's just going to be a longer path for you eventually. I don't disagree that creating content is challenging. Engaging that audience is challenging, and I think invariably where this part of the business is heading is back to specialists. What a music label earlier used to do, which was manage your distribution, marketing, and rights management and everything else. Now effectively you are the central person around it. Maybe your business manager or another person within your team then sort of manages this list of external specialists who do these things for you. You'll have a marketing person who will do your organic and paid marketing. You'll have a distribution where you have your independent distribution networks already exist. So it just sort of
I have a phenomenal manager. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he believes in my music more than I do.
Yeah.
And he has far bigger dreams than I ever can imagine.
Amazing.
But he's also of my kind, who doesn't believe in these numbers. Like, you just make your next song. Don't worry about numbers.
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is doing. Why aren't we doing the same thing what
Yeah.
we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
This is literally your part of the job to find people to help me get the numbers.
Yeah.
And then the numbers came, real numbers came when it comes to paying those people those services. That's where I've really backed out, because I'm an independent musician at the same time. I cannot afford anything more than basic luxuries of having, say, a PR agent, maybe 30,000-40,000 rupees a month retainer.
Yeah.
I've tried that for a few months now, and it's really worked out well for me. But beyond that, on a regular basis, to pay a marketing agency to market your music and put behind their influencer marketing.
Yeah, I guess these things, of course, these are business decisions, right? You finally decide, okay, what are the numbers, or what exactly is the outcome that I'm chasing, and then you build into it.
Yeah.
And I guess at the end of the day, it's down to what you want as an artist. If you want, butts and chairs at the concert.
No, like I really envy some of the younger musicians who have cracked the art of making content and market themselves.
Yeah.
And are selling their music through it.
Correct.
Maybe I'm just envious. I haven't figured that out. Maybe I don't know how to hold a phone while I'm cooking and then making music at the same time. Yeah. It's like that's where I feel.
No, I totally get it. I'm in the same place. I'm literally creating content. Every day my team tells me that you should be creating these reels, you should be talking to the camera. I'm like, I cannot. I get two guys who work with me. I get them on a video call. They don't live in Bangalore. So I get them on a video call. And then I sit down and I talk to them, and that is the recording, because I'm just uncomfortable talking to the phone by myself.
Wow.
So it's a thing, right? It's challenging for.
Like today morning, I was observing. I have close to 2,000 plus posts
on your Instagram. Yeah.
And the highest viewed reel is me talking to my cameraman, where he's asking, "Do you like coffee or tea?"
Yeah.
And me saying, "South Indian, bro, coffee, of course." That's it. That's where it ends.
Yeah.
And then there are comments. I'm from North Karnataka. I'm a South Indian, but I like chai. Kerala, it's Malayali is writing, "Oh, chai is the best." So the debate has gone, so engagement has become more, and therefore it's viewed more.
Yeah.
But I'm a musician. There's nothing about me as a musician in that coffee or tea.
Yeah.
But that's the real.
That's the truth. Yeah. The thing is, that's the line that we have to blur. It's about Raghu Dixit, the man, the person. The music comes after.
I also find very vulnerable myself to make myself like to become vulnerable in front of a camera as a person.
Yeah, I agree. That is
You
the
know,
hard
I think
part.
my music on its own should sell Raghu Dixit, the musician, and that's why I am on the social platform.
Yeah.
If I were not a musician, I wouldn't be on a social media platform where I'm seeking validation, right? Unless we are also referring to friend circle of how your life is.
I think it's not just seeking validation as well, right? I think it's more about sharing. That's like, as you said, like how your approach is now.
I
to
think I should
stage
spend more
shows.
time with you. You'll probably change my perspective on this one.
No, I mean, I'm not really here to sell the platforms, but like, even I've sort of had to evolve that approach, right? Like, not just for me as a professional, because I do this for a living as well, but also as an independent person, right? Like as a content creator, but also as like as a marketing consultant for artists, right? So for me, I have to find that, and as somebody who's doing it, I'm now deeply understanding the challenges that come with it. You know, because I'd never done it.
Can we finish this dinner and talk business soon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Business, I meant.
Let's do it. Let's talk about that. But like, fair enough. You know, my point is that putting yourself out there has immense returns.
No, I'm serious
However-
about actually taking
100%.
taking points from you and see how I can become a better artist through using these tools, because
Yeah,
just so difficult.
I totally get it. I don't think it's easy at all. I don't think even the guys who make it look easy are actually.
They do make it look very easy.
It's how you make singing look easy. If you ask me to sing,
You got me.
everyone will leave. This conversation will be done. These guys will pack up and leave. That's how bad I am. Even if I try super hard. So it's like practice, right? Like that was the point that we were coming to. But let's wrap this up.
Sure.
Because the main
Last.
course is waiting for us, which is Rajma Chawal that I have made.
cool.
So I'm also looking forward to that. When we come to that, we'll chat more about actually process, looking forward, and what's happening in your mind and studio currently. So we'll chat on that when we come back to the mains.
And everything else is a bonus from then on, because you've found this love, because that's what everyone is searching, right? In their life.
Yeah.
To find that one person or one thing to do for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
It's every day's enthusiasm and energy without ever failing in that level of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
There might be tired days and etc.
Yeah.
frustrating days, but then you will still get back to it without any.
Yeah. Push to it.
So I think you might have like arrived at that point where you
Yeah.
found something that you will you will love doing it, and
Yeah.
now there is only one reason to be sad about is everything that is in your hand.
Yeah.
But otherwise you have found your happiness zone already.
Yeah, and it's easily accessible every day. It's something that you have to do. You don't have a choice, right? You have to eat.
Correct.
You might as well eat well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're good to.
Good content,
Start
man. You
rolling.
lost it again. Oh, you're rolling? Oh, damn shit. Okay.
Okay, no need to clap. But we can clap about content. Okay, cool. So Rajma and rice, I made
Perfect.
it.
That
He's
feels
also
like home.
there.
Yeah.
And there's veg kadai as well to get some fiber in us.
That looks very, very cool.
So get started however you like.
Awesome.
Do you want some curd? Should we get some? Just ask
Yeah,
Mr.
Zahi
get
will
some
do a
curd,
good
with the
me, I'm
rajma
a
as well.
Curd guy.
Yeah.
Also just take little breaks while eating.
Yeah. Now I think.
I'm not touching food only.
Yeah. Now we're not talking at all. We'll eat, we'll react, we'll respond to the food. Dahi le aana, Mr. Ji, please. And we'll go from there. Some rice as well.
I will have it. Well, okay, so, and this smells so good.
Sure, I'm glad. This is a recipe. This is obviously my rajma is my mom's recipe. With no cooking science applied to it, like I was sharing earlier. Just pure.
I mean, I can draw a parallel to that actually, when it's like me singing a melody when I sing, but I don't know what raga I'm singing or what notes am I singing,
Yeah.
because I'm not trained technically in music.
Yeah.
I just picked up a guitar and started singing, and I've stuck to that. So sometimes you do beautiful things and you don't know the science of it.
Yeah.
And then somebody else tells you what the science is.
Yeah.
And then you start appreciating it even more.
Yeah.
And that is the point where you decide whether you want to now chase the science or you still
Chase the
do.
feeling, right? Yeah.
So I'm at the dilemma right now in my life.
Okay.
So I want to learn music. So I found a vocal teacher now,
vocal teacher
finally
now?
Carnatic vocal teacher.
Okay, wow.
I'm married to a fabulous genius Carnatic classical
Yeah.
musician, but ghar ki dal, whatever,
Yeah,
what do you
of
say? Whatever.
That will just create
Yeah.
friction, I would assume, if your
So-
partner is your teacher.
So I wanted to find a teacher. I finally found one, and I'm about to start classes.
Amazing.
And now the fear is, what if I come to know what I'm singing and then become more
Critical.
careful,
Yeah.
not critical, become more careful in what I'm singing, and then
Not
and
as
then-
careless and carefree.
yeah, the way I sing now is like I don't give a damn
Yeah.
what happens to my voice when I sing.
Yeah.
But what if I suddenly start putting myself in boundaries and
Yeah.
chains and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's like I think it's an artist's dilemma every time.
Yeah, for sure. I can imagine. But let's dig in.
Yeah.
We'll keep chatting as we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Which one should I try first?
Which I was calling out to you.
I want to try your mom's recipe first.
Let's go. And I like every time I'm cooking my mom's recipes.
Oh, God bless her soul. It's amazing. God bless your soul too.
She's on standby. Like throughout the rest of the days, whenever I call her, sometimes she won't answer the phone. But she knows I have a podcast shoot and I'm cooking one of her recipes. One ring and she picks up.
Oh,
Because
so
she knows
sweet. Yeah, that's
I'm going to
mom,
call a
man.
few times, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Today also I called her 3 times for the recipe that you said 30 minutes in the pressure cooker. But it didn't cook through. Good.
This is out of the world.
Amazing. Yeah, I really like it as well. This was Abhijit, not me.
This is very easy to go wrong with by just tilting the spice this side or that side. But this is just too good.
Do you cook?
Yeah, but very limited range in terms of choices of dishes. But I'm determined to learn more now. Whereas Vari is incredible cook, and she's very enthusiastic about cooking.
Or cooking as well.
Yeah, she finds it as a therapeutic, very relaxing experience for herself.
Yeah.
So she'll just put on loud music and start
Get to it.
cooking, and then
Yeah.
she can feed an entire gang of 5-10 people at a time. And since she travels a lot to different countries and cultures, obviously collide, and she learns something from there, and then she'll try it on us.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to see her that way.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. Like I put on music. For me, sometimes I'll put on like an album or like a whole live performance or live set. And I'll just chase that down, watch it or like listen to it on loop 2 or 3 times when I'm done. Like sometimes.
So when
2
she's
or
cooking,
3
I'm like the sous chef, cutting vegetables or doing menial jobs, watching vessels.
What kind of food does she make best?
I think everything, man. I don't think she's ever made anything average.
That's the best. When you get good food at home,
Yeah.
everything else can take a back seat.
But she doesn't cook all the meals, unfortunately, because she has to do whatever she has to do. But whenever she cooks, it's magnificent. Then we have a cook at home who comes and cooks. You like shut your gob and eat your food. So good.
Glad you're enjoying it. You would like some salad?
No, I don't want to.
Fair. Onion? Onion.
Actually, I have very little affinity towards having an onion during your food.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like it, its wholesomeness the way it is.
The way it
made.
is? Okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't mind having ketchup on my pizza, Because I can't eat pizza without ketchup.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't eat ketchup with anything.
Sorry? I don't eat it.
I don't eat ketchup with
yeah,
anything,
yeah. That's what I meant. I was
Yeah.
trying to say that for me, onion is like a ketchup to the
Okay.
rajma that is there right now.
Yeah, fair. Just time to get more rotis, no? Rice, roti. He's getting some more rotis as well.
I'll have rice.
Okay, go for it.
What else excites you apart from food and biking?
I actually drive. I don't have a motorcycle.
Ah, okay.
Which
So you
is-
drove around the country? That's what
Yeah.
you meant?
I drove in a car.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy because my dad's in two-wheeler business, but but I guess that's probably why my mom was against me getting a bike, right? She must have thought this girl think I can do whatever I want to the bike, like crash it a few times because my dad will fix it. But yeah, I guess my mom was just always against me having a bike.
Yeah.
So
I've been I've had a two-wheeler all my life.
Okay.
Ever since I moved to Bangalore and like could
some
finally
key.
afford to buy a bike. No, I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm good. So one day, just Chirag, my manager, and just said we're going to book a car. You can't be riding your bike now.
You were riding a bike even until recently.
Yeah, as recently as last October.
Oh wow.
Just before my wedding, actually, is when Chirag just told me off, saying, "Not done."
What bike were you riding?
I have a Ronin and a Interceptor.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah,
Amazing. Do you still ride them around often?
reluctantly now.
Okay.
Yeah, but the transition is amazing. That once I bought a car, so I still don't know how to drive a car. I've never learned to driving.
Okay.
Yeah, slow psychologically from childhood. That middle class mentality has not gone
Yeah.
out of me. If anything, I spend a little more. I think it's luxury,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't be wasting money. And I would rather buy 2 guitars instead of
A car.
a car.
Yeah.
And then the whole fear of wasting money on petrol every now and then. And so I didn't buy a car for the longest time. And it was only last June, July something, Chirag was very adamant that I should buy. And he booked all the test drives for me.
Yeah.
And I was very particular that I don't want to waste money on petrol. So the obvious choice was to go electric.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought a EV9, XEV9.
Yeah.
Mahindra's.
Nice, that's a beautiful car.
And since I don't know how to drive, I had to find a driver.
Right.
Now that's even more money spending.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I took the leap of faith. And I found this guy who is incredible, a lovely person to drive me around. And suddenly I have the luxury of time with me.
Yeah.
And I realize also I'm coming back home in a much happier
Calmer,
mood,
yeah.
calmer mood than riding a bike myself or
Yeah.
even driving a car for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm doing most of my work, my calls, everything happened there.
Yeah.
Or even if most of my music listening happens in the car.
Okay.
Because I have a good system in the
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
So I enjoy
yeah.
listening to it there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I've started to love the
Commute.
little
now.
luxury now.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Though I use rarely, like maybe I would take it out. Like today is the first time I'm taking the car out of my house because of this drive to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, I don't use. I'm at home all the time.
Yeah.
I have a small studio at home itself.
So you take
So I
care of it.
rarely step out, and I have a lovely little home, and yeah.
And what kind of music have you been listening to of late?
Today I was listening to an album by Justin Adams and Durante. He's a Greek singer, leads a band called Konzenia. I was a part of a band called Konzenia. It's again Greek fusion band kind of a thing. But Justin Adams I met as a guitarist with Robert Plant at on the London's BBC London show
Yeah.
called Later with Jules
With
Holland.
Jules, yeah, you were on that. Right?
And I was on that. and Robert Plant's band.
Yeah, that video is pretty iconic as well, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's done
Band
a
of
lot.
Joy was performing. That's how I know Justin.
Okay.
And recently they released an album, and it is just on and on and on and on. And during my reception party, Michael Lee from Snarky Puppy, who was invited for the wedding because he's great friends with Vari and he produced her album, co-produced. He had a playlist for that party, which he played. And then suddenly there was this song that played, and I was like, who is this? And I had not woken up to the existence of Karim Ziad till then.
Okay.
Moroccan singer. And he's singing straight folk verses, but entirely arranged with jazz musicians.
Okay.
So at a cerebral level, it is doing things that I would never experience with listening to straight folk music. And I used to be ignorant about jazz till I met Vari.
Oh, okay.
In fact, when I met Vari, I used to joke saying, "Oh, so if you play a bum note in between, you call it jazz, is it?" Or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Then slowly, despite at the risk of taking the offense, she started pushing music which she listens to, and now I appreciate jazz in all its forms.
Yeah.
And that also made me realize and open up to so many variety of musicians. But I do love simple music, like Maro, for example. I love that, and I love Sting as always. Like, he's been my eternal hero.
Yeah.
Or cross my music
So
listening.
is he your biggest influence? What would be like your list of influences you had to share?
Influences, like, so. I wouldn't like to call influence at all, because I don't know if I was ever influenced by anybody to say, I'm going to make music like that. But I've observed musicians, how they approach music, and that I have taken as an influence a lot. Like, Sting has been relentless for 5 decades now.
Yeah.
And invariably, unfailingly, he's releasing an album every year.
Yeah.
Even at this age, he must be 74, 75,
I would say
73, 74. Yeah. And I watched him perform at, was it Lollapalooza? Yeah, last year. And he's still releasing a new album again. And his songwriting especially made a deep impact for me, because there was not one frivolous word in his writing. Everything meant something.
Yeah.
John Mayer, for his musicality, I really, really love listening to John Mayer. I think he shaped so many musicians' taste now.
Yeah.
I see many Bangalore musicians, guitarists especially, trying to be John Mayer.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful to see that they've set that benchmark.
Yeah.
So that means they can only go higher till there,
Yeah.
you know, or even beyond later with their life's experiences. So for influence, for me, it's more the philosophy of a musician's approach towards music that has affected me and influenced me. When I meet musicians, especially how they behave, how they talk, that matters to me much, much more than how brilliant their music is.
Who are some of the younger Indian musicians that you've been getting into lately? Biswajit, Garam Khat.
Younger musicians, oh my God, I really have not explored much. The obvious names will come to you, so like Pratik Kuhad.
Sure.
Like, I remember tweeting about him when he was just about releasing his first music.
Okay.
And I remember, I don't know if I'm off Twitter anyway, so I think it was like, I think I said, watch out for this guy or something like that. Which
Sweet,
I say. I really like the way his music is simple, and in a very simple, beautiful way, he's very profound too. And that's a very complicated process to do, to be simple and yet...
Sorry, 1 second, bro. Just tell Biswajit that bowl doesn't go in the microwave. वो bowl microwave में नहीं जाएगा. Sorry. It would have become a disaster.
That should be part of the video.
Yeah, please. Live production. But yeah, we'll wait for this to settle down, and then it would have been a big blowout. Oh man.
What happened last time?
So in the Ramanegi episode, the first 30 seconds, we had that light there, right?
Yeah.
That just blew.
Oh, damn. Surgeon, what
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, that day was pretty crazy. We were having tripping after tripping, power cuts, all sorts of stuff. Because we're on the same line as Manipal Hospital. This we'll have to cut out, okay? Don't dox me. We usually don't have so many power cuts. But off late has become a little bit of an issue. But yeah, no, so you were saying about Pratik Kuhad and watch out for Pratik. Have you had a chance to listen to his new album? He just put it out.
Yeah, I listened to his single that he put out first. Not listened to the whole album yet. Like I said, I've been swept away by these guys now that I've been discovering. Though they have been there for a long time.
That's all. It's new to you.
Yeah, it is new to me.
New music is new
very
music to you,
exciting,
right?
I also have the tendency to now focus more on musicians who are in my realm. You know, so I listen to music that is recommended by Songlines Music Magazine, which is a very world music focused magazine in UK.
Okay.
That even featured me. I also was awarded my best newcomer in the UK by Songlines when I first started performing in UK.
Yeah. You've had like a amazing trajectory of performances in the UK.
Yes,
right?
I have some really good ones. Yeah.
The royal family as well.
Yeah. That was not much of a trajectory, I would say.
But how was that experience?
Quite boring.
I guess they're not known to be an entertaining set of people, right? But what was the feeling leading up to it? Like, what was going on in your mind?
I think it's probably I expected too much out of it and got nothing out of it.
Okay.
It was more of that. I consider performing for Queen of Mysore far more a privilege for me and a more memorable experience because one is that I perform for the Queen of my city,
hometown,
of my hometown. And secondly, I had invited my dance teacher and my mother for this gig.
Wow.
So I was performing for three mothers. Like my dance teacher has a profound influence on me as a musician, though she taught me only dance.
Yeah.
She also shaped a lot of my character as an artist, as a person pursuing art. So yeah, I think that was a beautiful thing because even after the performance, I remember my dance teacher holding on these few pages that she's torn out of a bigger page and she's written each song's feedback.
Oh, wow.
What she liked about it. That's my teacher. Like even if
She's
as a teacher when I was performing, she would make notes and the next day when we go to the class, we would like dread it. Is this criticism or is it things that we've done well? But there was always constructive feedback. So when she handed me over, there's like, my God, it's been like what 30 years that I know her. 40 years now that I know her, and she's not changed in the way she sees me. Like she still considers this is my boy, and I want to
help him get better.
Appreciate him for what he is and get better.
Yeah.
And so for the Queen to invite me for the 100th year commemoration of Jai Chamarajendra Vadiyar, the King of Mysore, and release a set of songs, Carnatic classical compositions that he had written. That was a compilation release that day, and it was so beautiful to perform in front of the crowd of Mysore, in front of the palace.
Yeah.
Oh, gorgeous.
Must have felt amazing.
Yeah, because the whole palace gets lit up in the evening, right? So we performed in that
and you must
gorgeous
have seen
setting.
that palace almost on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, yeah.
To perform there must have been like a crazy.
Very crazy. One of my highlights, if I like, yes, Glastonbury, yes, later with Jules Holland, yes, Queen of England, yes, Queen Elizabeth Hall.
Yeah.
But performing in Mysore in front of my home crowd has always been like the most exciting thing for me. Any day. Even as recent as a couple of months ago, we performed at a college.
Okay.
I'm going with this, renewed enthusiasm to go on stage that day.
Yeah. Amazing. And how often do you end up performing in Mysore then?
Not very often, as much as I would like to.
But Mysore does it have a live scene outside of college or
Not
college
yet.
and like
Not yet.
other sort of public
Not yet,
events?
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Because Mysore has not been a commercial city that at all.
Yeah. No, but in general, like from your experience as a performing artist from all
Carnatic
these years,
music and dance happens big time in Mysore.
Okay.
It has always been the seat of learning and seat of performances of
And these are in colleges, or these are like proper ticketed
proper
rights?
sabhas where Carnatic classicals are performed. A lot of temples host music concerts.
Okay.
A lot of auditoriums which are like home for many Carnatic sabhas organizations in this, who host concerts almost on a weekly basis. So as a child growing up, I was always dragged to these concerts, to at Ram Mandir or Ganpati Mandir or Geeta Road or Ram Navami festival.
Yeah.
So every festival, Dasara festival would just bring everybody. I still remember watching Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji performing inside the palace of Mysore, and me sitting almost 3 steps, like right under his feet. Almost right at his feet, I'm sitting and listening to him perform.
Wow.
I must have been, 13, 14 years old.
Yeah. So it's no surprise actually then you've chosen the stage as your workplace, right? Because
Yeah.
you've
I think I loved as a kid the attention I was getting because I was college.
Yeah.
And today I've realized that attention should not be wasted and use it in a more positive way to see if I can send these messages through my songs, like I earlier mentioned, that will probably help people to feel better about themselves.
Yeah. But, the question I was coming to earlier is, as a performing musician, you've been active for well over 20, 25 years now, right? What are like the biggest changes you've seen, whether it's on the operation side of the production and management, or also the audience? Have you seen like a difference in the way who the crowd is that shows up to your shows and how they interact with you and your music?
Huge difference. Nowadays, people don't come to listen to an artist. I think it is more to, I know this song. That is one.
Yeah.
Second thing is to see how cool my life is. It's more about selfie videos and videos that goes. It's great marketing tool. I will not dispute that.
Yeah.
I love watching my reels being put up by other people, stories that I see after every concert, and I repost every story.
Yeah.
I think that part of the audience where they're not anymore discerning, or I'm not calling it educated audience, but audience that would just come up to listen to music and appreciate art happening on stage.
Yeah.
That has kind of dived way below my number, I would say.
Yeah.
What
So
has
you said
improved is
earlier-
production. What has improved is professionalism in terms of sound, in terms of lights.
So technical
Even
professionals.
bands have become very professional in terms of they know tonality, they know what gear to own, investing in
More
their
educated.
equipment and instruments, and how they show up for the sound check, how they perform, how they market themselves, how they speak about their music on stage. All that has a lot more confidence I see in artists today.
Do you feel like that's in a way taking away from the sort of surprise element that came with live shows?
Definitely.
Where everyone is so prepared, like literally there are 3 fail safes for everything. And then there's
it's
plan
like-
B, plan C.
I face this irony now. Now I've been playing some of the hit songs of ours for years now, right? And yet I get a complaint saying, "Why are you not making any new music?" I'm like, I can play an entirely new set today if you want me to. But will you appreciate it if I don't play that one song that you have come here for?
Yeah.
So eventually the set list gets sabotaged every time we go on stage. I'm so determined that we are playing at least 3 new songs today. And I go with so much determination. Now it's become an internal joke in the band. They'll say, but tomorrow you'll anyway melt because somebody's shouting a particular. Even after the show was over, this one boy kept holding Amber on his phone. It kept, and I gave into it because I really wanted to sing Amber, but I knew this crowd was not for that.
Yeah.
But there was one guy who wanted me to sing Amber, and I sang for him.
Yeah.
For me, that's a big win personally.
Yeah.
Because I finally got to sing a song that I really, really want to sing.
Yeah.
If given a chance, I would change my set list completely. In fact, we did a show like that in the Humming Tree recently.
Okay.
But even that set list got hijacked eventually, and we ended up playing some of the songs that audience recognizes.
Right. Yeah. But then actually coming to your process as well, right? Of your music writing and composing and recording process. How was it previously? How is it now? What is your, like, if you had to describe your process in one line to begin with, how do you go about doing it? Do you melody first? Do you do lyric
None of my
first?
songs are mine.
So what does that mean?
I'm a very, very collaborative composer.
So it's all collaborative composition.
I always have depended on other musicians to jam with me and inspire me to come up with a melody. And if I had not met that musician and if I had not jammed with that musician, that song would have never been born. It would be completely criminal of me to say all my music is mine and I've made music. Yes, the composer title comes to me because I've made the melody, but it's the catalyst has always been the other musician on. And I'm blessed with that set of musicians who have agreed to jam with me. Then my entire previous album, Shakkar, was written with John Paul, a guitarist from Kolkata, who always wanted to work with me. So he kept pestering me on Instagram, saying, finally, I'm booking a ticket, come. I booked the flight and he was surprised that I actually booked a ticket to him.
Yeah.
And he came down and he came at a point where I was really having a difficult time in life. And as soon as he came, he wanted to see the studio. I plugged him in and he started playing. And then, like 5 minutes, I'm stunned with this dexterity, musicality, and his just genuine, beautiful nature as a person. That inadvertently, I didn't even know I picked up a guitar and started jamming with him. And in the first 20 minutes, the first song of the previous album is composed.
Wow.
The melody just outflowed. And trust me when I'm saying this, 11 years I've not made any music. Chakchanga came in 2013. And it was a compilation of all the songs that I've been playing since 2006 maybe. And from 2013, I've not made a single song that I was in love with myself first. I've made film music, but film music is not really...
Yeah, that's work.
Yeah, that's work, and it is made for a particular script to suit the taste of the director, producer, market, everything, all that.
Right.
So I don't usually claim film music is, maine banaya.
Yeah.
But my independent music is truly from where I believe I am from. And that had not happened for 11 years. And suddenly, for the next 10 days, we have locked in the studio that we wrote about 40 songs.
Oh, wow.
Just ideas, which became songs later, but 40 such different ideas. And mostly it will be like a verse and a chorus, or a bridge attached to it. And then afterwards, we started shaping those songs, and now I chose the best 8 and made it into an album called Shakkar. And every musician has left a huge contribution into songs. Gudu Gudiya Sedi Nodu is my most popular Kannada song, independent song, which was released in 2006.
Okay,
2007.
2006.
Yeah, through that first album.
Right.
That hook is legendary today. That song, that guitar hook should just start and people go, whoa! Yeah. It was contributed by Bruce Lee Money of Third
Oh,
World
really?
Quarter.
Okay.
So many musicians have contributed. So when you asked me a question as to what is your process, I have to first say that process is not just mine.
Not yours,
the only process is
your process is collaboration.
Yeah, collaboration. And
Yeah.
I like that vibe that a person brings into my music. And then that musician also forces me to see sides of myself that I wouldn't otherwise have encountered. So for me, call it dependency if you want, but you give me an instrument and put me in a room and say, please compose something and come back. I would probably come back with the same stale stuff that I've done in the past. It will not be something new. So I'm continuously now looking out for musicians to jam. Like just 2 weeks ago, I've bumped into this reel by a guitarist from Pondicherry. And he had a very unique style of slide guitar playing, and he was playing electric dobro, a country instrument from US. And I was fascinated by the sound that he was creating with just one guitar. So I invited him to saying, would you like to come? No, man, I've been a fan all my life. I've seen you as a college boy and performing. So I would like to come and jam with you. So I invited him now. And 2 days, we sat 2 days and we composed about 8-9 songs along with Sanjay, my guitarist, to be in the room. So it is that fast. I can really work fast if I have a inspiring collaborator to jam with me. And I just let my voice flow on whatever they are playing, which I would have never played it myself. And that leads to new tunes for me. So I may not even keep that musician's instrument or the hook or whatever it is, which if I don't like it, I will not keep it. But I would always be grateful for that jam. Like Shakarpari happened because Naveen Thomas held my this mandola that I had just bought from Spain.
Yeah.
And he kept doodling, and then suddenly one hook kind of thing. I said, freeze that particle, this part. And I immediately recorded on the phone.
Yeah.
And that became the massive hook, which then later Bela Fleck played on the banjo into that song. So like that. So many musicians have added so much to my musical journey that I would not own the process. It is shared.
How do you think that, like, in that way, in that collaborations then sort of flow for you, right? Because earlier today you told me that you were always an angry person. It was hard for people to work with you, but you were still releasing music collaboratively. And today, like, you're still continuing to do music collaboratively. So has that also evolved?
I think these are the musicians who probably earlier understood me first, became friends with me, and then made music.
Okay.
And the ones who came as session musicians much later are the ones who always had a problem with me.
Okay.
So
where there wasn't a personal relationship.
Like musicians
to
for
begin with.
hire was very difficult for me to work with. I would work with friends very easily. Like I became friends with Bhaskar first, and then we worked together, and that friendship just blossomed into something else. And today, even today, if I'm stuck with at a musical point in a composition, I know I can call Bhaskar and say, please help me out here.
Yeah.
Or even compose an instrumental for me in between these two us, and he will do it with no expectations. So I have worked with such musicians now, and it is and on the hindsight, it takes two people to make it happen.
Correct.
Yeah. So for musicians whom I would beg to jam with me but never would happen, I felt used in the sense that they would use the Raghu Dixit Project as a springboard to up their career, which is not wrong. Like everybody, the corporate life, everybody does that. But I would be left high and dry without the promise being fulfilled from their side of having a jam session every week and then make new music. That didn't happen for a long time. And then now I just make friends first with musicians. I talk a lot of that.
Yeah.
I found Achyut from When Chai Met Toast.
Right.
When my guitarist suddenly abruptly left, I had a UK tour coming up. Achyut had 15 days to jam with me and learn the songs and still be able to play the way it's supposed to be played. And he did manage. And he was just 17 years old when he first met me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I don't have a problem with novice musicians as long as they're ready to give.
Yeah.
And I found that innocence and beauty in Achyut, that he sat in one place for hours together till he got things right. I vibe with that discipline. And when I see musicians like John, I don't think he has any other facet in life than just music. Like he's talking, eating, sleeping, doing music all the time. If he's not playing the guitar, he's playing the drums. If he's not playing the drums, he's playing the keys. And nothing else. You talk to him about politics, he will, acha, ho raha hai kya? Mere ko nahi malum. Cricket mein kya score ho raha hai? John, I don't watch cricket. Ye movie dekha? No, I have not seen that movie.
It's just in music.
But he's just like so intensely in love with what he does. And for me, that is inspiring. And then I see myself in them. Yeah. And then that bridge is very easy to build, I think. And I think that is really the reason why I take so long to compose sometimes, because I probably wait for a friend.
To sort of
to come and
get
work
that
with
done.
me. Yeah.
That's amazing. So are we going to see new music from you soon?
Lot of music is pending. Right now I'm unfortunately not able to mention the name. I'm working with a musician who is legendary from US, and we became friends 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I met him through his wife. And then we performed for a concert somewhere in US, and on our way back he said, Raghu, I would love to produce your next album. And that conversation had to wait for 10 years before it could actually start coming to fruition.
Yeah.
So the first phase is done. And for the first time, I've let go of the control. I've always produced my sound. Yeah. I've always had the final sound in my head, and I've chased it. And I've driven everybody mad to get to that point. And I've always arranged it myself. I've always crafted it myself. For the first time, I'm just giving him a melody without even sometimes even my guitar, and he's layering all the instruments. He's getting his best musicians to work on it, and it is difficult to let go initially.
Yeah.
But now I see that this person is taking my melodies to a direction which I cannot even imagine. So there's so much to learn as philosophically also as a person, to just learn to let go and not be so bound by an idea, and be able to learn to kill your own darlings.
Yeah.
You know, that your idea is great in your head, but then somebody is rubbishing it and throwing it out.
Yeah.
If you're not open to that, then you can't work with other musicians also.
You can't work with anyone for that matter, right? If you're not open to
So
this.
yeah, I'm at that phase where I'm working with so many amazing musicians around the world. I'm really blessed that they're. I would probably call them my friends.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's.
Is there a timeline you're working with?
Hopefully next year, this time, I would have it out. The ambition is to write 20 songs.
20 songs.
We've written 6 so far.
Okay.
So I'm now doing research for the work. There's also an album based on stories of soldiers who went and fought as a part of British Army during World War I.
Okay.
So there is an anthology of stories of soldiers who went and fought.
Okay.
And it's quite a sad story. Mainly the lower caste people were lured into it by giving them whatever 17 rupees, which they can't imagine at that time. And they died fighting somebody's war. They didn't even know whom they're fighting and why they're fighting and where they're fighting.
Yeah.
And so many people died during that, and so many people came back. But so I found various stories compiled in a book, and I'm making songs out of these stories. I was compelled to make 3 songs in 2018 to perform at Perth City in Scotland as a part of a concert involving musicians from the Commonwealth countries to commemorate 100th year of the end of World War I.
Okay.
And now those 3 songs were just lying there. I want to now
What
expand
language
it
were these?
It was in Hindi.
All are in Hindi?
Yeah, they were all in Hindi.
Okay. And even the rest of the songs you're writing for this album are going to be in Hindi?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But now the idea is to collaborate with a British artist.
Yeah.
To bring the context much closer. Just to
tell the whole story.
Like one was the oppressor and the other one was the victim.
Yeah.
But at this level, we are being friends and
understanding
understanding each other, forgiving each other, or whatever it is, and then saying, just let's make some music.
Let's make music.
So that's another project that I'm doing right now.
That's crazy. That's going to be amazing. So is there a timeline for? So you have
Both are simultaneously going on.
Okay.
And hopefully next year.
And a tour? Is there talks about tour as well right now?
No, not really.
Okay.
Like I've given up that whole chase itself now. That I want to be on a tour or whatever. Like if I'm.
But you're still doing shows.
Yeah, shows I'm doing.
Right?
In India, there's no concept of tour as such.
Yeah.
Only few people have managed to do that, like 5-city tour, 6-city tour, and stuff like that.
I think some of it is marketing also. You just like 5 random shows happen.
No, whatever. But
I
the
mean,
real
all of
tours
life
have
is
happened
marketing.
for us in UK. We've done continuously over the years.
Yeah.
This year we wanted to do just one London show and get out. So we played at Queen Elizabeth Hall. We sold the house and we came back. We played at a festival called South Asian Sounds Festival.
Okay.
So yeah, so it meant meaningful for us to play at a festival like that.
What's your favorite music city that you've been to, both as an artist but also as a music fan that you've been to across the world?
Seattle has a great music scene. At least I've seen. Nashville, of course.
Nashville, yeah, for sure.
Nashville, I just love. Have I seen world enough at all?
London, what do you think of London?
London was fantastic, in fact. Not just London, in UK in general. They have a very burgeoning live industry.
Yeah.
There are venues which book artists. But every venue is now going through a tough time because of the economic crisis that country is. Funding is being pulled out of venues which used to host some great festivals. So many great festivals have shut down.
Yeah.
Or am I right in hearing that Glastonbury has become a biennial festival, not every year?
I have no update.
I'm
about
not
it,
sure.
heard
This is
about
what somebody said, and I was like worried about it.
But that's not going to be cool. But still better than
So even some of the
else.
biggest festivals have kind of shut down completely.
Yeah, I think it's just an oversaturated market at this point, right? Like
No, it's not
festivals,
oversaturated market
live
at all.
shows.
Actually,
No, don't think so.
no. I think people are still dying to go to festivals, but the economic crisis has made them not to be able to buy tickets, and fundings to festivals which used to come from government has now kind of cut down drastically, and
Okay.
most of the smaller festivals have like completely shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really sad. to
But
see.
that scene when I first entered in 2009 into UK, till 2014 was just
Amazing.
till 15 actually, just phenomenal, beautiful. We used to lose big time money.
Yeah.
I would lose minimum. I think my first tour cost me about some 25-30 lakhs. I lost, and every year I consistently lost, but I started losing lesser money.
Yeah.
In 2023 is the first time when we performed a tour in UK and made £1,000 back home, and that too because we sold all our T-shirts.
Yeah. How did you spend that money?
I don't think I even can think of spending that money. Like, just I had already spent so much money, and I've just broken even. Actually,
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Cool. I think we should wrap up the main course, and we'll then get into dessert and two of the most important things that we do on the podcast. The first is food review,
Oh, wow.
and then we'll get into signing the gift for your fan,
Lovely.
which we will identify
Let's do
who that
this.
fan is at a later point.
Okay.
But let's run through the main course and we'll come back. Okay, so the sweetest part of
that
this conversation.
really looks interesting.
This is a Belgian chocolate celebration box, is what they call it at Art of Delight. So it's got ice cream and some toppings for us. Do you have a sweet tooth?
I have a sweet tooth, but I don't. I should tell you that I don't like chocolate.
Oh, you don't like chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So if this impresses me, then
The last time we had Art of Delight, it was with Lisa Mishra, and we got her a mango sorbet, and we found out that she didn't like mango either.
oh wow.
But she liked that sorbet.
Okay. Okay. Wish me luck.
Okay, cheers. All the best. Let's see what happens.
Wow, this is actually good. Very good.
Art of Delight at it again. Mr. Art of Delight is at it again.
Yeah, they're like a.
Converting people.
Oh, so you serve a dessert from there every time?
Not every time.
Not every time. Okay.
When I'm not able to come up with something that
Okay.
make or can make, then I just lean on my friends. Art of Delight's run by a friend of mine. So I always call him. I'm like, bro, I'm out of dessert ideas. And he just sends me something.
I'm your typical gulab jamun, rasgulla,
Oh,
kheer kind
Indian
of a guy. Yeah, Indian sweets. I don't really enjoy Western desserts much unless it's like really out of the world.
what's a perfect meal in your opinion that
Ah,
you can eat and sleep for like 12 hours after?
rasam rice, bhindi ka sabji, and little achar on the left, and then followed by curd rice with the bottom of the dal in the rasam as a accompaniment, with little more bhindi and achar.
And a papad? No papad.
Maybe papad, sandige, we call it. But fried stuff I now stay away from. But this is it. I even eulogized Sarana Mosrana, which was what rasam rice and curd rice in my song Yadon Ki Kyari.
Okay.
Because my father used to really cook well.
Okay.
So that song is about my memories in the first 5 years of my life in Nasik growing up. So in which I say that Appa ke scooter pe fir ke jaye na. Like let me go back in my father's scooter. Sarana ke chatkare, Mosranna ki dakare, Basundi ki dukane fir se jaye na. Because opposite to my house was Amrut Sweets in Nasik.
okay.
And I used to go there because they would make hot basundi and we would like
Yeah.
A lot harder. Like that really fresh basundi. Oh man, those are my favorite sweet is basundi actually.
Yeah. And Mysore, what were like your favorite food spots? Mysore food, I think, is now on the come up. Every Bangalorean's ending up there on the weekend.
Mysore, I don't know what it's got on suddenly epidemic of cafes everywhere.
Yeah. What did you grow up on? What kind of spots?
I rarely ate out actually growing up. Mainly because of whatever the home front was like. Eating at home mostly. Most of the hotels that I used to visit was maybe Ramya Hotel, which was right across my college. So if I have to get a quick dosa and I have money in my pocket, I would go and eat there.
What about
But yeah.
Mailari? Do you like Mailari?
Not a great fan of it actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess it's also a little bit of like a vanity thing. Right?
It's not really, but its heyday, it was probably the best around at that time. But then over the years, I think things are kind of diluted. It happens, right, from generation to generation, unless you preserve it and carry on the same legacy. And I think it also suddenly started having many branches, and each branch started claiming as the original Mailari.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I still don't know which is the original. You just put it on maps and you show up there. What about Bangalore? Do you have any favorite food spots?
Again, between me and Vari, we joke about it that we want to try new places, but we always end up going back to the same two spots.
Ones, yeah.
One is Uru,
Okay.
because it's very close.
Yeah.
Another one is Khaimar.
Kaima.
Yeah, Khaimar
Kaimar.
or Khmar or whatever.
Okay.
It's a oriental place in JP Nagar main road actually. It's one of our favorite places to go and try.
I haven't been there. Definitely. I think like JP Nagar is on a crazy come up, right?
It
There's
is.
so many places.
It
now.
is. But somehow, despite all those places, we end up going to these two places.
Okay.
Day before yesterday, we wanted to really genuinely try something new. We discovered a great place if you want to have an intimate candlelight dinner, date, whatever, and you want to get dressed up. Like that's what we decided. Like let's get dressed and go on a date.
Yeah.
So we went to this place called Grasshopper.
Okay, yeah. No,
Yeah.
Grasshopper.
It's a very exclusive restaurant, and we were the only customers that evening.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it was probably one of the most beautiful experiences we've had as a couple together. I would totally recommend people to go and have an experience. It's slightly on the expensive side, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah, as a special occasion place is definitely, I would say, one of the most
Yeah, because Vari and I had not celebrated each other's success for a long time.
Yeah.
We'd just been busy traveling. So we thought, okay, let's call it a celebration and go out on a date. So we both got dressed up and we went.
Sweet. Cool. Now let's get into the fun part, okay?
Yeah.
Which is the review. So we start with the paneer.
Yeah.
So it's out of 10. Honest, brutal reviews. Because that's what
Honest 10 out of 10?
on the paneer.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Because it was soft, it was juicy, it was mouthful. I enjoyed it. Totally.
Superb. Then we went into the mains. We had, we'll skip the chapati and the rice. We'll talk about...
Why chapati and the rice skipped?
Okay, let's rate them. Let's go. Let's rate the chapati and the rice. Basic stuff. But okay, cool. Let's go.
I really appreciate chapatis, which are soft. So it is very good.
Okay.
I would say. If you want me to put a number to it, a close 9.
Okay.
Easily.
And the rice?
Rice also was very flavored rice, very subtle, very well made actually. I think I would give it a 9.
Okay, awesome. And then we had
Rajma wins 9.
Okay.
And
the
veg curry wins 15.
Awesome. And then we have the Art of Delight brownie gandu.
This gets my vote completely.
That's
totally
amazing.
recommended. Belgian chocolate ice cream from Art of Delight.
That's crazy to go from when we first brought it out on the table. You said you don't even like chocolate, and then
And I'm finishing the ball.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think that's the food review. We unfortunately, as we spoke earlier, we don't have a fan question, but we're going to find a fan who sends us a question that makes Raghu pause and think. That's your brief. Okay, if you're watching this, DM me a question. I'll pick a few. I'll send it to Raghu, and we'll see which one made him pause and think, and then you'll get this plate that he's gonna sign for you, and we'll go from there.
Wow. Pak Pak Pakao. Nice.
Do you know Prasad Bhatt?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up with the logo.
Graphically. Yeah. He recently made one caricature of mine also.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, exactly.
He's a great. I know him since what, 10, 15 years now.
Yeah, he used to be in bands, no Invictus and
correct.
Extinct Reflections. That's how even I know him. I know him from the metal scene.
There you go.
Awesome. Put that up with the camera. Sweet Raghu, it's been an immense pleasure hosting you, sharing a meal with you, learning.
I think I will take that credit. That it's been my pleasure, really. I came with very little expectation of how this was going to turn out.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. Though I made the most of the talking. I did most of the talking, but I really, really loved where this conversation went. And thank you for sharing your stories also, like how you found your passion finally. And I hope you really, really succeed in what you're setting out to do. Yeah. I wish you all the best. I'm sure you have all the skills now, and at least the love that you put into what you do is what makes food taste the way it tastes. You know, like you give two people the same ingredients, same composition, same recipe, but it's finally how much of your soul goes into what you make. I think you have it, and I really, really hope you go far with this.
I'm so glad to hear that. But I think it's also obviously like you said, it's the collaborators. This wouldn't have happened if Nandu didn't push me to make it happen.
Oh yes, of course.
And same goes for the rest of the team as well.
Yes,
they put this
you have a
together.
great
It's a lot
team.
of hard work.
Yeah, even
that
your
goes
sous
into
chef.
it. Yeah.
He's incredible.
Today I'm the sous chef. But
Please
that's
thank
how
your
it
mom
always
also
is.
from
Yeah,
my
for
side
sure.
for her Rajma recipe.
Amazing. Yeah, I will do that for sure. And thank you so much for sharing so openly and
thank
candidly.
you.
And it's been a superb conversation. Looking forward to more music.
Yes.
I will keep requesting new music.
Done.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's the easiest thing for me to give you.
That's amazing. Thanks. But before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and also Raghu's channel. I'm going to put the link down in the description. As you heard, there's new music coming out soon. So let's go. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raghu. Cheers.
Thank you.